Everyone, this is UW Merfolk Master, and I'm here with my brother as we return to Blue-White Merfolk in Modern. Does Horizon Canopy replace Mutavault to put it over the top? Let's go find out. If you liked the latest and also different variations of Merfolk played by the Master, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. So we are going to be looking at Raymond Hayes' Merfolk list. He submitted this list to me. If you want to submit a list to me for me to play on this channel, go check out the description below. This is his list, and it was inspired by the fact that I said, you know, Horizon Canopy. We need one more. I need a fetch land in here. Put in Flooded Strand. One adjustment I'd like to make. We're moving off the charts here. There we go. So this is going to be the list that I'm going to be playing today, and it was inspired off of what I said about Horizon Canopy maybe being the missing link in the Blue-White Merfolk list. Because if you play with Mutavault, then the number of slots you have for islands and the white sources become incredibly constrained. You have almost no room for basic lands, and that makes you very, very weak to Blood Moon. And I think if we remove Mutavault, replace it with Horizon Canopy, which is a card that we can sacrifice to get closer to the more important cards in our deck, I think that would be great, especially at a time that I believe that Mutavault is getting weaker and weaker. I think it's still relevant in some matchups like Tron, but I think it's clunky in other matchups, let's say Infect, where you really need to be keeping all your mana open in order to interact with your opponent. So combo decks, and also control decks, like Blue-Eye Control, Jeskai Control, Grixis Control, all of them are playing Field of Ruin, so Mutavault is neutralized in those matchups. Why don't we play with Horizon Canopy? I mean, if they were trying to target it, we can just sacrifice it for a card anyway. So it's not just for casting white spells, we can also use it to cast colorless. The colorless on Phantasmal Image, Silvergill Adept, and Spreading Seas. I was very impressed when I playtested this card in the mono-green Merfolk list that I played. It's just an all-around amazing card. Now I know why it's played in everything. Bogles, it's played in Elves, it's played in Humans, it's played in Spirits, and it's played in Abzan Company, Counters Company. All those decks, they're all playing Horizon Canopy, because if you're playing green or mainly white, or even a splash of those colors, this is where you want to be. And it also reflects in the price. This thing is incredibly expensive. So,
to keep people away from that card.
So I designed the mana base, and I think the mana base could change depending on the metagame, and I'll tell you why. We're playing with painless lands in the form of Seachrome Coast and Wanderwine Hub, and I'm playing with as few painful lands as possible. One Hollow Fountain, one Flooded Strand. These things don't cost us life. I think that's a good thing. However, these lands make us more weak to Blood Moon, and I'll tell you why. The more fetch lands you can stick in the deck, the less weak you're going to be to Blood Moon. Because on early turns of the game, you can play fetch lands and crack them to find your blue sources, so that your blue basic islands, so that you're not going to be weak to Blood Moon later on in the game. So I think things like Seachrome Coast could be replaced entirely by Flooded Strand and maybe another Hollow Fountain. Not a Hollow Fountain, but you can play another fetch land, like Misty Rainforest, for example. We only have islands to fetch in this deck anyway. You could argue maybe for one basic Plains, because of... I think the deck generally just needs about 15 blue sources to work reasonably well anyway. So the mana base, I created the mana base. But Raymond Hay created the rest of the list. Let's go check it out. He's going to play with Path to Exile. Let's see if Path to Exile is what it could be now in today's environment. Path to Exile used to ramp our opponent up quite a bit. It still will, but thanks to cards like Merfolk Trickster, we can slow the game down to a point where maybe we can take over the game anyway. Path to Exile, just an all-around, like one of the best removal spells in the game. It does contradict Spreading Seas. I have a video about how it helps people find their lands, even though you're trying to Spreading Seas screw them over. It ramps people up. There is a cost to Spreading Seas. Let's see if the cost is as big as it is today. We're running 4 Curse Catchers. Selfless Spirit. Now, Selfless Spirit is a card that is good against damage-based effects, sweepers. I don't know how strong this card is going to be because it is so heavily played in spirits. Like, how can I put it? Control decks, they need to find, they can't rely on like Supreme Verdict because, Meddling Mage locks them out of the humans decks, and also Selfless Spirits protects the Spirits decks. So now people rely on, like, the control decks are relying on Terminus in order to be the sweeper of choice to deal with the board interaction. Still, Selfless Spirit is going to be very good against red damage-based spell effects, and also is going to have an influence in combat math, like combat damage. We can gang block a bunch of creatures, just sacrifice the Selfless Spirit, and then we're going to win all the trades. And also we can make attacks knowing that if anyone tries to make any profitable blocks, we can sacrifice Selfless Spirit in order to protect our creatures and push through damage. Not to mention it flies. It flies. That's good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're running 2 Phantasmal Images, the regular suite of Lords, 3 Merfolk Tricksters. Now, no Harbinger of the Tides. We're going to be running Reflector Mage. Now, Reflector Mage is just like a better version of Harbinger of the Tides because your opponent can't play the creature again until your next turn. The only problem is it's not a Merfolk. It's not a Merfolk, but you know what? Spirits have been splashing this thing, even though they're not a humans deck. So Raymond wants to know, is this thing going to work out in Merfolk? We're going to find out. Now, Flicker Wisp is a really cool card. I really like Flicker Wisp. And it's a flying creature, and it can blink things. So this deck is not going to be running Venser or Echoing Truth. So in the face of a Worship or Ensnaring Bridge, we need to have some way of being able to win the game through those cards. Flicker Wisp is going to be that card. We can flicker it away for a turn, get in our attack, and win the game. So it's a 3/1 flyer, but on top of that, it has synergies with our deck because we can blink Silver Gillidat for more card draw. We can blink
Spreading Seas.
Merfolk, maybe Merfolk Trickster. Oh, actually, I don't think Merfolk Trickster is going to work out. But Spreading Seas is one of the better things. What you can do against Tron is, with Spreading Seas still on the battlefield, if your opponent reaches Tron, you can then flicker the Spreading Seas and then replay it on a Tron land that's actually vulnerable. So you can move the Spreading Seas around in opportune times, get some extra cards, get extra value. Now, I think the main reason you want to be going for the White Splash today is Rest in Peace and Stony Silence. A long time ago, I said Rest in Peace was on the same lines, close to power level, as Relic of Progenitus. I don't know if that's so true anymore. If you look at the Arclight Phoenix decks, the Dangerous Dredge decks, Bridgefind decks, I think even Hollow One, you want a permanent Rest in Peace in play, a permanent Relic of Progenitus. It's not good enough to Relic crack a Phoenix away, because they'll just put another Arclight Phoenix in the graveyard, and then you have to deal with it again. Rest in Peace just deals with it one time and then forever. I think there are enough dangerous decks in the metagame right now, you want Rest in Peace. Now, Stony Silence is a very similar thing. A long time ago, I don't want Stony Silence, because it's only good against Affinity, and it shuts your Ether Vial off. Well, that's not good. Stony Silence is good today against Affinity, Hardened Scales Affinity, KCI, the occasional Lantern control player that can't get rid of the deck. So Stony Silence actually has more application today than it did a long time ago, and it has great application against really dangerous decks that you're going to see late in the tournament of any big event. So Stony Silence, I think, is a very good reason to be splashing white right now. Now, well, we've got a lot of cards for creature-based matchups. So Ghostly Prison is going to help you race against humans and spirits. Same thing with Worship. If you can't answer this card, then you just win the game against creature-based decks. If you control... Maybe we should explain some of these cards. So Ghostly Prison. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. So that super slows down your opponent's development. It restricts significantly how many creatures can attack you. And so you can freely attack your opponent with as many creatures as you want, and then just leave a few behind to block the 1 or 2 creatures that they can attack with. And then if they're mana screwed, they can barely attack you at all. Then there's Worship. If you control a creature, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. So, this wins against humans or spirits unless they can find an answer in time. You can just freely attack into your opponent and not worry about them counterattacking you. Then we have Settle the Wreckage. Exile all the attacking creatures attacking you. We can get on to some other cards in the sideboard. We got Dismember, so 2 Dismembers in the sideboard. My criticism of this list is it has I think it's overdoing it with the interaction against creatures. We've got like in the creature-based matchups, we've got Dismember, we've got Sell the Wreckage, Ghostly Prison, Warship, Reflector Mage, Merfolk Trickster, Path to Exile. And I don't think we have enough stuff for combo decks, and I don't think we have enough stuff for control decks. So the only thing we have for control and combo is basically Deprive. And the only thing we have for like attrition-based decks is Kira. And then maybe sometimes Rest in Peace if it's playable in the matchup. So I'm a little concerned, and especially I already had a playthrough with this deck. I was having trouble beating those attrition-based and control-based decks because I didn't have the sufficient interaction for them. And like what do we bring in against Tron? We can bring in Stony Silence, Deprive, but that's about it. And there are matches where I just don't have enough cards to take out. Like against Blue-White Control, I don't want Path to Exile, I don't want Curse Catcher. There's a lot of cards I'm taking out, like 7 cards there, and what I kind of bring in against Blue-White Control, I can bring in the 4 Deprive. That's it. I have 7 cards to bring out. So anyway, I think this list is a little heavy on the creature interaction, not a little imbalanced to help against control matchups and attrition-based matchups. But still, let's hope to see how well these white cards work. I want to know how well the mana base works. In my playthrough, I felt like I was a little choked on white mana. I didn't have that white mana when I really wanted it to on turn 2. Frank Karsten says you want 13 white sources in your deck. I'm going to call BS on that, and we're just going to bring it up to 14 white sources to be an extra little bit reliable. When you play with these cards, you're making a big concession, splashing white. Let's make sure we have that white source by turn 2, because if you don't, you look really silly for playing this deck. Maybe one extra thing, having double white is going to be really hard with Flicker Wisp, so I'm not going to treat it as a 3-drop. It should be looked at more like a 4-drop or a 5-drop. That's not a problem because we're going to flicker. We're going to want to flicker late in the game anyway to flicker the Silver Gill Adapter and Spreading Seas, and we can still get in play on turn 4 with Aether Vial, which is fine. All right, with that, let's go play with Raymond Hay's list. So we won the die roll. We have a fine curve. We're going to keep this. Doesn't really look like a Merfolk deck though. We only have one Merfolk in this hand. Trying to figure out how to get this Wanderwine Hub onto the battlefield. You know what? I'll play Seachrome Cope first, and then just pass. I don't even know when to play this Lord of Atlantis. We're playing triple tribal here. We got Lord of Atlantis, Reflector Mage, and Selfless Spirit. We got a little bit from Spirits, Humans, and Merfolk. So Treetop Village means we are up against what's very likely some sort of Jund deck, which means Spreading Seas should probably come when they play their black mana source. So let's get onto the battlefield. It's gonna look so weird to play Wanderwine Hub, Lord of Atlantis. I can hold on to the Wanderwine Hub until how can I put it? I can hold on to the Wanderwine Hub for forever. I don't have to play it early like Seachrome Coast. So this can get in some damage early on, and I'm gonna want to Spreading Seas. So I want to ramp up my aggression. So Spreading Seas plan actually doesn't work very well against Dark Confidant, and the reason for that is they draw cards like crazy, and that's not good for us. But I'll tell you what we can do. We can play the Reflector Mage right now. Bounce the Dark Confidant. They don't draw any cards. And then next turn, especially if we draw a land, we can double Spreading Seas the black sources.
Oh. 2 for 1.
2 for 1, that's right. I could go after the Treetop Village, but do you know what? Like, black sources are at a premium. It helps them play Liliana the Veil. It helps them play anything like Dark Confidant. Most of the things in a rock deck is just going to require 1 green anyway. If my opponent showed let's say they play another swamp and I Spreading Seas the Treetop Village. They can just play a forest and then still cast Tarmogoyf. Whereas if I double Spreading Seas the swamps, then they can't just play another swamp and play Liliana the Veil or Liliana the Last Hope. Hopefully they don't play Liliana the Last Hope, because that will kill my Selfless Spirit.
Selfless Spirit, the ghost of a human or the ghost of a fish?
You tell me. Doesn't look like a fish. Could be. Looks like the ghost of Christmas past. Oh, this thing died a horrible death. It's like, you know what? We haven't killed this thing enough. Let's stab it some more. Get in the arm.
Kill
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arrows I'm staring at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
At least.
7, 8. They're not actually going through. Just one. Just one's actually going straight through.
Doesn't matter what he takes, because there's another one.
Yeah. The one went through the head. So that's interesting. Their situation was a little awkward because, well, that's interesting. They leave the spreading seizes. Because if they leave the spreading seizes, then that means they're not particularly weak to spreading seas.
We don't know that.
That's true. We don't know that. So with that in mind, let's start playing some spreading seizes.
That's right. 1.
That's pretty good. I'm going to wait, though, until there's a point where it's obvious that my opponent has a lot of mana.
2. No point not to.
No, but what I can actually do right now is I can attack into the Tarmogoyf because I represent Merfolk Trickster. Okay, they don't respect Merfolk Trickster, that's fine. I'm not going to block the Tarmogoyf anyway. So let's spreading seize this. Hopefully they can't play Dark Confidant or anything after that. Even better, let's hope those are the only 2 swamps in their deck, and if when we pat tags all the Tarmogoyf, I mean, they're only going to find green sources, Hollow Fountain, not what I wanted to see. We don't really have the Lord synergy here. We've got the non-Lord synergy. So yeah, I guess they were not concerned about my spreading seasons because they have an abundant number of lands in hand. Oh, it's Jund! Holy moly!
Isn't that what
you confused me.
Isn't that what you claimed it was?
No, I thought it was rock. I totally thought this was rock.
There's another one.
Another Goyfi. Probably going to Pat Exile the Dark Confidant. Because that's just card advantage we are not beating ever. That's a great draw. How much can you attack back for? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Too bad we don't have Merfolk Trickster. This thing would be dead. We have to do this now. If I went to my opponent's upkeep, then they would draw cards. Another swamp. Unbelievable. But are we threatening to win the game? 6. No, we're not, unless they take 1 more damage for something. I don't like that I gave them so much mana, but... I mean, actually, you could make the argument to, let the Dark Confidant kill themselves, but it's sort of risky. I really hate taking those lines.
Well, there's that 1 point of damage you were hoping for.
Hooray, so now we have lethal on the board. They're forced to have a removal spell or they lose. If they play Liliana the Veil, a sacrifice Reflector Mage, they lose. They don't have anything close to lethal. Even if they made their Goyf 6/6s, they can attack... Oh, no, if they made their Goyf 6/6s... Okay, so how do you... I sacrifice Reflector Mage. I have 8 power on the board. How do you win? What do you do?
We'll see. Don't rush him. He's figuring it out.
Do would have been a neat line? Take up Liliana the Veil?
No.
Yeah, they see, yeah. Whoops! Whoops. Alright. Oh, another thing I didn't mention in the deck tech is against decks like this, another problem against the control and attrition-based decks is we don't have Master of Waves in this deck. We don't have that thing that brings us back from the brink of destruction. So against Rock, we're taking the draw all the time, and I'm going to take out an Island, I'm going to take out an Ether Vial, and we're going to bring in Dismember. Just, Path to Exile and Dismember, that's where we want to be. I don't really like Cellular Wreckage against decks that play Thoughtseize and Inquisition of Kozilek, because they just know that it's in your hand, and they'll play around it perfectly. Worship, no good. They're playing with Assassin's Trophy. Ghostly Prison is a little bit too gimmicky. They're only attacking with one creature anyway. Akira will be fine. Rest in Peace. I don't know if that's so necessary. I'm already like not really liking Relic of Progenitus against Jund or Rock. Sorry, this is Jund. I keep thinking that it's Rock. Okay, so this is Jund, which means we would take the play if we could, because I want to race Dark Confidant. Okay, what to take out? Curse Catcher. I'm unimpressed with this creature. Flicker Wisp is clunky, but fine. We need... Okay, so we're at a point where we have to like put stuff back in. In that case, we can bring in 2 Deprives and maybe 1 Curse Catcher. I think Deprive is a fine card. Counters things like Languish and maybe other sweepers, Damnation. And we'll submit this. So we take out a land and an Ether Vial because this is an attrition-based deck, and we need to reduce our mana sources. So I think in this matchup, you know, Horizon Canopy is not mutable, but it's fine. And our opponent Mulligan, that puts us way in the driver's seat. Our hand is a bit land heavy, but remember, one of them can be exchanged for another card. At the proper time. Our opponent does not Inquisition us on turn 1, so that is a bonus. Dark Confidant. Now I'm going to be put in an awkward situation. Do I want to Path to Exile this thing or not? Because the number one way I lose to Jund or Rock is Dark Confidant. Just the number one way to lose. Yeah, I'm just going to Path to Exile this thing. It will ramp them up, but like whatever. I would rather ramp them up. I'd rather ramp them up. I'd rather exchange Dark Confidant for a land onto the battlefield than them incrementally drawing like more than 1 card a turn on the play with a really fresh life total. That will just be this huge harassing problem. See, they have 4 cards in hand. We have basically 5 cards in hand because this Horizon Canopy, like I said, it can be exchanged for anything that we want. I sort of want to cradle this Horizon Canopy. I don't want to actually play this Ether Vial on the battlefield. It might encourage our opponent to Maelstrom Pulse everything off the board. I don't mind being able to play at instant speed at the moment. So we'll put this on the battlefield. I guess I'm just going to be... I guess I'm just going to leave it vulnerable. It won't be the end of the world. We'll start by playing our Selfless... Maybe we don't play Selfless Spirit. Maybe wait. Okay, so with that in mind, if I was going to play the Silver Guild Adept now, I should have waited to see what I was going to draw off of it before I played my land. So the thing about Selfless Spirit, that'll be useful next turn. Yeah, I'll keep this Ether Vial in my hand. The thing about Selfless Spirit is now I can Violet in play in response to a removal spell. That might be important if I have 2 Lord of Atlantis on the battlefield and my opponent tries to Maelstrom Pulse one of them. I can Violet and Selfless Spirit protect both of them.
Nice.
Our opponent must have like a lot of removal in hand.
Or just lands.
Or just lands. They have adequate black sources. Bolt goes the Lord of Atlantis. There's another land. Let's start by playing Spreading Seas on, I guess, the black-red source. Green is actually pretty important too. They have 2 green sources, 2 black, 2 red. Well, it's perfect mana base.
Not for long.
And we're going to use the colorless from Horizon Canopy. I'm going to want to actually hardcast this Lord of Atlantis. Well, we'll see what they do. Maybe I'll hardcast the Selfless Spirit. Okay, so they know I have Lord of Atlantis in hand. Let's hardcast Selfless Spirit. And then I can move into my beginning of combat step. Or I can move into my attacker step, that would be fine too. I'll attack Violin, Lord of Atlantis, and then that's it.
Boo.
It's fine. I guess I could have sacrificed it. This is not accurate, but that's okay. So I'm guessing my opponent has 2 more removal spells left in hand. Hence why they had 4 mana open, didn't play a creature. What is this? Bloodbraid Elf, alright. Maelstrom Pulse. Well, not going to be super effective here. But I mean, still going to be fine. Opponent can hit for 7. So, I mean, like, I think our position's definitely not great. We're behind, and that's a disappointing thing, not having Master of Waves in the deck. Like, if we were to just draw Master of Waves here, and it's a complete disaster for our opponent. So here, now we can sacrifice this thing for a card. Let's hope it's a good one. It's fine. I can take, I'll take that. I think our opponent is more likely to be running Choke than Blood Moon. Don't underestimate Blood Moon, though. It has shown up in Junda decks. So Maraudry gives us an opportunity to try to
Tap down.
Try to race them, but again, like I think our opponent has like a lot of removal spells in hand. Like, if you think right now about, like, any sort of great comeback card here, there isn't one. Maybe the best one is Reflector Mage. That's the best thing I could think of. Bounce the Tarmogoyf back to hand. They can't replay it for another turn. I'm just going to take 7, go to 5. Hope that our next draw is going to give us some massive potential here. Silver Gilded Up would be good, but, you know, not many of those in the deck.
Okay, card draw.
It's not bad. It looks like we have to hit the Raging Ravine, though. Or do we? Cast 4? Yeah, they have enough mana. So it does draw cards. Helps neutralize the position a little bit. I'd rather hit the Swamp. That is...
a Goy for your own.
Useful. Yeah, it can be a Goyf of my own. A Goyf of my dreams. Some people might think I can use this to copy Bloodbraid Elf and get Cascade. It doesn't work like that. Cascade, yeah, Cascade only works on cast, not enter the battlefield. Phantasmal Image will copy actually somewhere between entering the battlefield and getting cast. It's in the middle. Somewhere in the middle here, but you have to be at cast. So I can attack for 5, put my opponent down to something.
It's been a long day, huh?
6. Problem is, any instant speed removal should kill me. Okay, I'm gonna just attack. If I can get my opponent down to 6, that might give me the best chance of winning the game. Because I can Vial in Phantasmal Image, copy Tarmogoyf. Block Tarmogoyf or block Bloodbraid Elf. Go to 1. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have Bolt or Kolaghan's Command. I have to play a little greedy here. I'm behind. Behind on life total. I don't have as bigger creatures as my opponent does. Well, I could copy Silver Gilladept.
We'll see what happens.
That is a good chump block anyway. No, but I still don't have lethal on the way back. Okay, I'll
Well, you don't know that.
Is there anything I could draw with mana that would matter? Okay, just in case my opponent plays Urborg, I'm going to play an island. So if they play Urborg, I Violin, Phantasmal Image, draw a card off Silvergill Adapt.
Just go to your attack step. No faffing about. There we go. He thinks he's got the win.
But the point is, I could draw a Dismember if they had an Urborg out. I'll copy the Tarmogoyf. I'll block the Bloodbraid Elf. I'll attempt to copy all this stuff. So I'm just sort of hoping my opponent has sorcery speed removal. They don't. All right. So we go to game 3.
Boo.
So this is Jund. I'm going to take the play. They just had a more threat dense hand than we did. We drew more lands. I didn't mind Horizon Canopy though. Helped us draw in a little bit deeper into our deck. Is one Rest in Peace good? Let's try one Rest in Peace. I don't really like too many of these effects though. Interacts with like just Tarmogoyf and Kolaghan's Command, but it would have been fine that game. Would have been fine that game. I just don't think we need it. But maybe we do. Maybe the fact that I'm not playing with Master of Waves says I need to be a little bit more aggressive against their creatures because I don't have as good comeback potential. So is there anything else I could scrap for another Rest in Peace? That's okay. We'll just keep it like that. You'd like to play first? Yes, I would. Yeah, we can keep this. Hand is quite fine. Quite fine. Fine indeed. A lot of blue, that's right. We can turn 2 Spreading Seas, turn 3 Cure a Great Glass Spinner. Then we can be patient with a Merfolk Trickster and depriving what we think is dangerous.
Come on, dummy.
Gotta be careful, people are sensitive on the internet.
Yeah.
You don't know all the PMs and DMs I get. Hey, you're just bullying streamers. You done?
Really?
Yeah, I have gotten that before. I have gotten that before.
You're probably one of the
Whatever.
more inoffensive players out there. Sure.
Not to the pros. Oh, would I like to pay 2 life? No, I don't want to pay anything. Our opponent mulligans, so that's great. Anytime the attrition-based deck mulligans, you're thrilled.
And that black source is about to go.
I will show them... Well, I guess I'll just show them Merfolk Trickster. Like, if I show them Master of the Pearl Trident... I can't Spreading Seas as a fetch land.
Oh, right, yeah.
If I show them Spreading Seas... Sorry, if I show them Master of the Pearl Trident and I pass, then they have to know, hey, something's up here. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I guess we shouldn't underestimate how devastating it was to play Path to Exile last game. Because it did help our opponent's mana more than we would have liked it to. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should do that first. It would really suck if they play Liliana and we have nothing on the board. But if I play this Merfolk Trickster and they just kill it, that sucks too. Pass. I don't know. I'm just going to be patient. Double Path to Exile. I didn't draw land, but it's not catastrophic. So we're really hoping for no Liliana the Veil.
Got another land jump.
I mean, if they do play Liliana the Veil, it won't be the end of the world, because it only has to tick up, and I can get rid of some of these Path to Exile. I can get rid of at least one Path to Exile. It will at least eat up their own cards. And they're the one who mulligan, not us. So Liliana the Veil is like a bit weird. They might even just play Liliana the Veil pass. That is a line. Hey, we're winning. We're up 25%.
There she is.
There's Liliana the Veil. Is there going to be a pass? Each player discards a card. Yeah, we'll discard one Path to Exile. Hopefully they don't play too many other creatures. Ooh. Sort of want to hit the green. I have to be careful. This thing ultimates, that's a problem. Okay, so let's hit green. Green plays creatures, plays Bloodbraid Elf. Would like some cards though. What they got rid of? They got rid of Collective Brutality. Uh-oh, there's that green I was talking about.
Well, what are you going to do for your one black or one red?
I think I might get rid of Deprive.
That could be a huge mistake.
You think so? I guess the ultimate doesn't really matter. Separate my like 3 lands into 2 piles. Okay, I'll get rid of Selfless Spirit. Doesn't seem very important right now. They're getting rid of Anger of the Gods.
Good.
Okay, so now we're at the point where we got to. No, I'm gonna start playing Merfolk Trickster at end of turn. Start putting some pressure on Liliana the Veil. It's not that bad actually to put the Silvergill Adept in play. Each player discards a card. Let's discard Cure this time. Because I don't think I want to. Well, they've discarded a land.
No bolt. No bolt.
Well, they probably have a bolt. They probably have something. I don't care that much.
There she is. Still had on life, fool.
Maybe I should have played Silvergill Adept last turn. Well, especially since they are tapped out of their mana sources that can cast things. Important things. Let's... Can we play a Silvergill Adept? Would that be so bad?
Card draw.
It might be like card draw and then... Okay, now I'll show them Master of the Pearl Trident.
Land, please!
If I draw a land, I'm probably going to keep it in my hand. That is interesting. You know what? No, passing was still the best play. I'll tell you why. Like, this Liliana ticking up, it helps us so much. And what do? They like separate my 2 lands. Who cares? Okay, that is interesting. So let's see if we can protect this Ether Vial. This Ether Vial is going to be an asset because now I can like hold up Deprive. I want this Liliana to keep eating my opponent's hand. It's not bad for us.
She's hungry.
She is hungry.
Her butt keeps getting bigger, so there's more of it to kiss.
Let's get rid of Phantasmal Image this time.
Ooh.
Phantasmal Image could be a good card to copy from our opponent. You know, let's get rid of Path to Exile. If they like play, I don't know, a creature, I'll just they got rid of Assassin's Trophy. If they play a creature or something, I'll just deprive it. It's not a big deal. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. And now we can use this island to Discard to Liliana of the Future. That sounds like an awesome name. Liliana of the Future.
Hasn't aged a bit. She's timeless.
Some Tectonic Edges would be so juicy right now. It's not in the deck, though.
This is a grinder. What are you going to do, fool? Come on.
So they now have an island. They discard an Assassin's Trophy. They keep discarding good cards. I don't know. I don't even want to play this Merfolk Trickster. What good is it?
Swing for 2.
I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep waiting. Like, if they want to ultimate the Liliana, it's not gonna change much. Like, once their hand is empty, I can, like, empty my hand and kill the Liliana in one shot. Gonna keep the Seachrome Coast in hand. Again, to discard to Liliana. And if they tap out that black mana... If they tap that black mana for anything, we unleash the Fury. We unleash the Fury.
Don't worry, I'm keeping my eye on the clock.
Rodney Tompe Thompson is scheduled to be over here soon. I should check our group chat, though. He has said nothing. Here we go. Well, I can't do much about that. Resolves.
I didn't know you could do it like that.
Oh, yeah. So, Treetop Village alive. Maybe other cards in hand alive. Did not tick up Liliana this turn. But I think this is it time? You'll use a card. I'm going to attack. It's time. It's party time. I can't remember if I showed Lord of Atlantis or Master of the Pearl. I think it was Master of the Pearl Trident that they knew the entire time. That's a good one. But we can put the Liliana down to, like, 2. Which means if it wants to Edict, it's going to sacrifice itself. They have 1 card left in hand. Trying to be patient here, people. Is patience going to get rewarded? Or am I going to get hit with, like, damnation? They threw away an Anger of the Gods. So I'm guessing they have a removal spell here? Hopefully not Maelstrom Pulse. They got rid of one of those too. But either way, even if they had Maelstrom Pulse... Oh no, Liliana doesn't... No, yeah, even if they had Maelstrom Pulse, Liliana dies. No, it doesn't. So Maelstrom Pulse can hit the Lords, Liliana can tick up, and I can only attack it for 2. And then the next turn, Treetop Village can block. Play Choke. Look like a fool.
Or a genius.
Or a genius, yeah. Ooh, Kolgan's Command. Return Tarmogoyf. So that is pretty good. That's pretty good. And Tarmogoyf's huge. But we put that 1 Rest in Peace in our deck. It's interesting. Okay, we'll get rid of the Trickster.
See you.
Oh, it puts a planeswalker in the graveyard. Okay. Alright, now we need resources. Yeah, that'll do. This is very well timed.
Now he's mad. And he's empty-handed. Beautiful.
Yeah, finally. We are on an 8-turn clock. They're on a 7-turn clock. So we're technically behind. And their deck certainly can do more powerful things with their top decks than ours can. Like, we only have dinky creatures. They have, like, Tarmogoyfs and Bloodbraid Elves and Planeswalkers and so on. Okay, play our Seachrome Coast. Play a beautiful Marigiri.
Hiya! Get in there.
Yeah, get in there. Rogeri's not a... It's actually a pretty good card. If they play, say, Tarmogoyf, then we have the opportunity of tapping it down. Like, even here, we have the opportunity of tapping the Treetop Village down. That's not it, but we can fetch to thin our deck. It's funny, it says it's a 0/0. So...
Sweet.
No, I'm gonna pass. If they have if they activate Treetop Village and have a removal spell in the same turn, then we lose both creatures and they have a 3/3 on the board. Just wait for a creature.
This is good. He's passing. Come on. Beautiful.
That is gonna work. So we'll play this. Yes. I'll fetch for an island. Do you know what? That was risky. Okay, the correct line was fetch first before I play the Wanderwine Hub, then play Wanderwine Hub, play Silvergill Adept. In response to fetching, they could Kolaghan's Command my hand. They could Kolaghan's Command the one card I have in my hand. So I could have got punished there. So now we get to tap down Treetop Village and make a very safe attack with our creatures. Oh, no. So they tapped it for mana. Very clever. And then I have the option of untapping it, but I'm not.
Oh.
Flicker Wisp, that's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
I can blink the Silvergill Adept. I'll have to tick the Vial up to 3, which will make it useless for the rest of the game, but you know what? That's something I can live with.
I don't think this game's going on much longer. Just a theory.
A Merfolk theory. There's Damnation, okay, but we can live with that because we do have the Flicker Wisp in hand.
Is that their one of usually?
Yes, it may even be more than one by now, for all I know. Okay, I'll play a Lord of Atlantis, and we can actually flicker this in response to a removal spell.
Sweet.
So if they say Maelstrom Pulse the Lord of Atlantis, we can flicker it. They're going to attack for 3. This is going to be greedy as hell.
He's got
Your life total is at 4. So I guess they're going to play another creature post-combat. They don't. So now I'm really confident that they have a removal spell. So I'm going to keep the Lord of Atlantis. I'm not going to Flicker Wisp because they're just going to kill either the Lord of Atlantis or the Flicker Wisp. I'll attack for, well, attacking for 2 or attacking for 3 doesn't change anything, so I'll attack with this thing first.
See what he does.
Yeah.
Okay, he needs a miracle.
They definitely need to be
And Christmas was a few days ago, so it's not happening.
So the reason I attack with like Lord of Atlantis before I play this... the reason I'm playing Lord of Atlantis post-combat is I don't believe that there is a big difference between playing it pre-combat or post-combat. You see, look what happened here. Oh, they want to blow up my vial. Well, they're going to get super blown out. If I play Lord of Atlantis pre-combat, I force my opponent to play a card like this, and they don't get in the 2 damage. Whereas if I attack with Lord of Atlantis, they are willing to wait to see what I'm going to do, so that they hold their good cards for a better situation.
Sorry.
Yeah, so this is a super blowout. I just hope they don't play another Damnation. That'd be terrible. So some people wonder, why am I playing my Lords post-combat? This could be a really good explanation for it. Sometimes when you play your Lords pre-combat, and especially if you think they have a removal spell, they're probably going to use it right then and there. Whereas if you attack first, you give your opponent an opportunity to hold on to their removal spells for better targets.
3, 2...
Well, they can still wait to see the next turn. I mean, this is probably... They totally didn't see this coming. There was, like, no way that they were going to play around that.
Really? Really?
Really. Blue-Eyed Merfolk, baby! It's back. Even though this has no... Like... I totally understand from my opponent's perspective. What the hell? Flicker Wisp just comes... I just pull it out of my ass, really. That was like the last thing. Dude, never saw that coming. Well, yeah, neither did I. So we're going to get our Lord of Atlantis back. We lose the Aether Vial. The Aether Vial didn't matter. So the Lord of Atlantis will come back at end of turn. We can still get hit hard by an Anger of the Gods or Damnation, and certainly there's probably more than one sweeper in the deck. I mean, there's Languish. Languish can also get us pretty badly. Yeah, that's it. We win the game. All right, so we won. I hope... Okay, if there's one strategic thing I want you all to take away from this game, if your opponent is not putting creatures on the battlefield and they have a Liliana the Veil on the battlefield and you have more cards in hand than they do, you have the opportunity to let your opponent tick the Liliana up over and over and over and over again and make them discard their removal spells. Like, they discard this Assassin's Trophy, this Maelstrom Pulse, this Anger of the Gods, and this Collective Brutality. We got through 5 removal spells just from letting our opponent discard them. So unless your opponent is putting pressure on you with a Liliana the Veil in play, if you have more cards in your hand than your opponent, let the opponent tick the Liliana up, because especially if you can play at flash speed, which we could with Aether Vial, which I'm now keeping in the deck now, and Merfolk Trickster, you can attack that Liliana down all its loyalty in like one shot. We attacked it for 4, brought it down to 2. That was a very good trade. So, okay, with that, let's get into round 2. So we won the die roll. The hand is fine. We'll keep it. We have a 1-drop, we have a 2-drop, we have a 3-drop, and then we can start recycling these Horizon Canopies into some more cards. I mean, theoretically, the Horizon Canopy could find us a turn 4 kill. So we'll attack for 2, then 6, and then, yeah, Horizon Canopy could find us another Lord.
Same. There's something to be said about opponents who respond to your high good luck versus those who don't.
Yeah, I'm glad they reinstituted the chat. Arbor Elf. So this is probably Red-Green Ponza, given this is a Stomping Ground, this is an Arbor Elf. So we have a turn 4 kill. And also none of the Ponza cards matter. Let's see if we can pull it off. Let's see if they try to Stone Rain us. The deck is pretty explosive. Like, they can put like an Inferno Titan on the battlefield next turn. If they put like Utopia Sprawl on like a Stomping Ground. But we'll have Maraudry, so like we can fight that Inferno Titan. In fact, we can copy it with Phantasmal Image. We're gonna make our own Inferno Titan. It's gonna be our own Inferno. I'll make my own Inferno with blackjack and hookers.
Screw the whole thing.
Do you want to screw the blackjack? Then screw the hookers. Oh, sorry, no, screw the Inferno Titan. That's what he said. Bender from Futurama.
He didn't say. He didn't say screw the Inferno. Matt Groening's finally coming out with a new series. Do you know that?
Finally? What do you mean finally? I mean, he's made so many series now. Oh, you
He's
mean
made two?
You mean a new
Simpsons
series?
and Futurama, but he's coming out with a new thing on Netflix.
I thought he had one other thing.
Nope.
Whatever. I'm gonna trust you, and you know more than me.
There she is.
Well, what do you know? Guess what? I only need one blue. Could be a problem though. Well, Horizon Canopy won't deal any damage to us. That's the good side of it all. Silver Gill Adept can't get cast. Do you know what? I think it's just better we get this Mare Regery on play. Give us a chance to win the game on turn 4. And on top of that, with Mare Regery in play, we can untap that island over and over again. Hopefully this screws them over somehow. But probably it doesn't, because that's why they're playing it. So this is why you might want to be playing a more fetch-heavy version of this deck, so that you're not as weak to this stupid card. That being said, hopefully we have enough blue sources. I mean, if they Stone Rain this island, that is a problem. However, they're in a weird spot. What are they going to do? They're going to bolt my Rajiri. I'm not happy about that. This isn't a forest anymore. Bird's Paradise. You're never getting cast. Ever. I shouldn't have played this land. That's sloppy. I'll copy the Lord of Atlantis. We'll just keep attacking.
Swing.
The lands are totally unnecessary to cast.
Alright, whatever you got, it better be good.
Could be Chandra. But I do have to keep playing the lands eventually, because I do want to hard cast the Silver Gill Adept for 5 mana, if it comes down to it. If it comes down to it, I'll pay full retail.
I'll buy that for $1.
$3.50. Well, they didn't have Utopia Sprawl because they didn't cast it last turn. Do you have another Blood Moon? Play a second Blood Moon. The second one is always better than the first. Okay, there's Tireless Tracker. But no land. That's good. Ooh, that is amazing. It's probably the best top deck we could get. That makes Arbor Elf a lot worse. That card's useless. Okay, so here's the issue. If they bolt the Lord of Atlantis, that's not good. I do get in for 2 damage. Because they'll probably block. I don't really want Tireless Tracker to sit on the battlefield. So now they're down to 3 mana. So if they bolt my Lord.
With what? What red mana?
Birds of Paradise mana.
Pretty big if. Wouldn't you have done it already?
Oh, I have a great way of playing around this. Oh no, I don't. They could still bolt this. Oh no, yeah. Okay, I have a great way of playing around this. I'm going to attack with the Curse Catcher and the Phantasmal Image Lord of Atlantis. If they bolt this, that doesn't matter because this one's going to still live. If they try to bolt this, I can sacrifice Curse Catcher and I still keep my lords on the battlefield. So this kills. This is great. This is a clever way to win. I didn't see that at first. And if they don't have bolt, I still win. It would appear they don't have bolt. All right. So those dramatics. All those thinking, all that number crunching, it was worthless. I hate doing that. I found the perfect line to play around everything. Oh, well, you just didn't have it. Gotcha. So on the Path to Exile, are you any good? I guess so. You know, Tireless Tracker is a big deal. Inferno Titan is a big deal. Dismember might be fine just for hitting the Mana Dorks. Rest in Peace, you're no good. Stony Silence, you're no good. Deprive is good on the draw. Sorry, on the play, because they have a lot of high impact cards you want to counter, and it is effective on the play. On the draw, it's not going to be very good. Worship, are you good? They have to be bringing in Reflector Mage. I don't think the rest of the stuff is good. So I'm bringing in 2 cards. What cards can I take out? Chris Catcher's not mandatory, but on the draw it might be better than on the play. Reflector Mage might be okay. I'm pretty concerned about Flicker Wisp. We'll take out Flicker Wisp because this costs 2 white mana. If they play Blood Moon, we're never casting it. Just never, never, never. Actually, this is a very good point. Maybe we should transform our deck into a deck that can play off of as many islands as possible. Maybe we shave a Path to Exile, we bring in Akira. Maybe we are going to bring in the Deprives. Just because... Okay, we can get these things in play with Vile, but I can't get the Path to Exile in play with Vile. We'll bring in 2 Deprives. So they are a Blood Moon deck. They're definitely going to keep it post-board. Let's be as little vulnerable to Blood Moon as possible. I think the biggest mistake people make sideboarding or even building their deck against Blood Moon decks is that they just pretend, oh, I'm just going to hope they don't draw Blood Moon. Well, guess what? Then you're weak to Blood Moon. I mean, if you want to play around Blood Moon, you know, board like this. Like maybe even this is incorrect. We should bring in the 3rd and 4th Deprive. But I think we'll live with this, so submit that. So the way we built the deck right now gives us the best chance of winning if they don't have... if they somehow draw Blood Moon against us. This hand is unplayable. Mulligan. This hand's also unplayable.
I would have kept the first one.
Yeah, we can keep this. We have Flooded Strand. We'll get the island. We will put that on... We're on the draw. We'll keep that on top. We want as much gas as possible.
Good luck.
Good luck. They didn't mulligan at all. Good for them. And we're going to look for an island. And that's why I say play with more fetch lands if you want to play around the Blood Moon decks. But this is the first time I've played against Ponza for like forever. It's incredibly uncommon right now.
Ponza. So bad right now. Ponza.
Yeah. Molten Rain, story target land. If it was non-basic, well, it's not non-basic. It's very basic. So we at least have the Ether Vial. We'll play our land, because why not? Chandra? Oh, Bloodbraid Elf. That's ugly. Kitchen Finks. This all resolves. So, what might end up happening is we're going to get wailed on for a little while we try to set up a board and then try to block it with Selfless Spirit. And you know what? I think I'm going to save Deprive. And I might screw that plan with waiting. I think I'm just going to chump block Bloodbraid Elf with Selfless Spirit. Give myself more time to build a board. So I'll Vile in Selfless Spirit and attempt to block the Bloodbraid Elf.
Couldn't you bring in a lord, use the lord to block, sacrifice to make it indestructible, and then you've got a lord already on the table?
Lords can't be cast for no mana.
But you got 2 blue.
Oh, I want to hold it up for a Chandra or an Inferno Titan or some other big card that they want to play. Because if I tap out and they attack and I make some blocks and then they play an even bigger thing that I can't deal with, then that's a problem. Like this thing. I can at least like stall my opponent now a little bit and get some use out of this deprive. They have removal in hand. Now, that's important because they thought about that. They thought about their turn before they let me block. Now I'm going to tap. Now I'm going to tap out because I have no deprive in hand anymore. I'm playing the Seachrome Coast just because that's what they know that I had in my hand. And we can get hit for 3 with the Kitchen Finks. That's fine with me. Because we can now put 6 power on the board and attack back for some reasonable amount that can race them. Ooh, they passed the turn. So I think they still have a lot of removal in hand. We're probably going to see it. The worst thing that we can't draw Flicker Wisp actually because I took them out of the deck. So that, like if we draw Flicker Wisp, we can't Violet in. We can't like hardcast it because Wander One will come into play tapped. Ooh, this is great. Okay, so I'm going to attack for... I should play the Wanderwine Hub into play tapped. Make them think I don't have like a Lord in hand. So anyway, if they have a Bolt, we can blow them out with this extra Lord. They don't. I'm gonna hold this back though. I'm gonna play Wanderwine Hub. I'm gonna say no and pass. If they have a Bolt, I'll Vial in the Lord of Atlantis. Completely blow them out. Hopefully.
See, one of the few times where you can actually bluff somebody.
Yeah. So if they have 2 bolts in hand, we're at a virtual 4, I can still take this 3 damage.
Come on, do it.
Do something stupid. Okay, if you have 2 bolts. Okay, so... What do you have in your hand, man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could a bunch of Inferno Titans, maybe? Okay, whatever. If you have a bolt, I guess I'm not going to wait any longer. I guess there's no bolt. And I could be in a position to, like, kill my opponent here. That's a great draw. So that counters a bolt. That counters, like, a lot of cards. We're going to win on a mulligan to 5.
It's rare, but it happens.
This is a nice victory. Some people have called me the best tempo player in the game. Maybe they're right.
Who, Andy?
Who, your friends?
Are you gonna get salty?
I don't know. What would be great now is if they like double bolt something. Okay. So here's an interesting thing. If they attack with Arbor Elf and oh no, they can double bolt with like Birds of Paradise. Ooh, that's a mistake. Okay, so they can attack with Arbor Elf now and a Kitchen Finks, and if they have double bolt, I die. I didn't see that. Maybe I should have left 1 creature on blocking duty. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm just wrong about everything.
There's
their
game
hand.
3.
Okay, so they're going to attack with both these things. I hope my instinct about double bolt is wrong. It's only a single bolt. Because that's all I can afford to, like, counter right now.
Resignation. 3, 2. Don't tap that bird.
Oh, they killed themselves. Excellent. That's a great way to die. Style points all around. So what you should want to take away from this game is if you're up against a Blood Moon deck, make sure your deck isn't so weak to Blood Moon. It didn't happen in this game, but I think I sufficiently played around the card enough, Blood Moon enough, by bringing in the blue spells. Don't leave yourself cold to Blood Moon. You know, you're going to have all these stupid cards, and all of a sudden you can't win because you can't cast anything. Anyway, so we won game 2. Let's go into game 3. Everyone, we are here with Rodney Top A Thompson. He's here to watch us kick ass with Blue-White Merfolk in Modern. It's been a while since you've been...
It has.
Yes.
First thing I noticed, Nikachu, hi, good luck.
Yeah, hi, good luck.
What is missing from there?
Well,
There's no have fun.
I'm not. Look, I'm not trying to
We're not trying to
have fun here. This is 4 card. Well, okay, this is how I want to treat Horizon Canopy. This is 2/3 something else. So actually, I don't have. Am I on the play?
No,
I'm on the draw. The hand's a bit weak, but I'm going to keep it. We have a few draw steps to draw some gas, and I can sacrifice their Horizon Canopy for something else.
Down, assuming.
Hopefully. The hand is not great, though. Well, that sucks, because Spreading Seas is now a lot worse.
You cut him off red.
Well, if it's Storm, then it's not very good. If it's Blue Moon, it's possible. It's possible.
No, I know. It's...
Hey, if it's Grixis control, it could be good.
Glass half full, man.
Yeah.
Right.
We never know. We'll
What's
see
in
what...
the glass there?
Cherry Coke.
Oh, yeah. Good.
This is why Winnipeg is a Slurpee capital of the world. We're drinking the Slurpees.
It's like minus
30
minus
degrees.
20 degrees.
Yeah, that's
something.
right.
I think, I don't know. I know what it is in Celsius, but I don't know what it is in American.
I think
Well, all I know-
at a certain point, it's just the same.
Yeah, it's 40.
Yeah, it's minus 40.
Minus 40 is identical, which is convenient because like Winnipeg reaches minus 40 all the time. Every year we reach minus 40.
I think it's like 20 degrees. It's about minus 10 out right now, and I think that's 20 degrees. Did he play a file, or is that you on this?
No, they played Celestial Colonnade. This is great because now we can Spreading Seas the Colonnade.
We need the facts.
Maybe you'll cut him off. Colonnade.
I'll show them Silvergill Adept. I'll cut them off Colonnade. Hopefully cut them off their white sources. This Path to Exile
That's pretty bad.
will be used to exile our own cards in response to like...
To ramp
Yeah,
yourself.
that's right. Well, maybe Path to Exile will still be useful later on in the game against another Celestial Colonnade. Ooh, is this Jeskai? We'll find out in a second.
Fahrenheit is such a hard word to spell.
There's a lot of hard words. There's a lot of words hard to spell if I don't have spell check at the ready.
F-A-H-R-E-N.
14 degrees. F-A-H-R-E.
N-H, either I-E-T or E-I-T.
E-I-T.
So Curse Catcher, pretty bad card to have in this situation because we have to commit more cards to the board in order to have a reasonable clock to beat our opponent. I guess I'm going to play the Horizon Canopy because after I sacrifice it, Seachrome Coast can enter the battlefield untapped.
Why aren't you playing your other Curse Catcher right now?
Because it commits more cards to the board, so that when
You're
they...
playing around Terminus?
Terminus, Supreme Verdict, all those cards. The more cards you put on the battlefield, like the more I'm going to get wiped out. When, I mean, yeah, I could play Curse Catcher, and then I definitely have to put Silvergill Adept in play. Well, I'm going to put Silvergill Adept in
And
play.
you're going to draw another card off
Yeah.
Canopy, right?
Yes. So they are playing Jeskai. We will... I guess we just start with Silvergill Adept.
Spreading Seas.
That card is fine, and I'll crack the Horizon Canopy so that we can play Seachrome Coast on our turn.
Ooh,
Getting better.
this got exciting all of a sudden.
Well, I'm not super excited about all these cards because they Creatures don't really beat control. You need interaction for like the sweeper cards, the removal,
Spell pierces and stuff like that.
stuff like that. So bolt on Silver Gill Adapt, nothing. Well,
You could save it.
we can. Ramping my deck
How could he
doesn't
save
change very much.
Bring in 2 lords.
Well, he can't. He can flash one in, but he can't cast the other. He's in the middle of his attack step right now.
Oh.
Do you know what? I'm going to save this for Lightning Helix. I think that's a better spot for this.
What, you were actually going to ramp yourself?
Yeah, I was willing to do that. But I think if we do that in response to Lightning Helix, then they'll at least lose the...
3 life, kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
I had a situation in Las Vegas where I dismembered 2 of my creatures. I was drawing my dismembers against Jeskai control, and I ended up dismembering my own creatures to make sure that they didn't gain any life off of...
So, I will lose 4 life, but you will lose 3!
Yeah, that's right. It's worth it. It was worth it. I did win that match. I won the game and won the match. Hold on to Merfolk Trickster. I don't want to play it into any counter magic. It'd be so silly to play this Merfolk Trickster into, say...
Anything.
Yeah, any like
the-
Mana Leak.
Or what's the one, Spell Snare?
Spell Snare, Mana Leak. It's embarrassing.
You get embarrassed enough, so. We're playing Merfolk, for God's sake.
They laugh, but I still win. Oh no. Okay. Sure. And I guess I'm gonna actually path to exile this Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, I'll do it at the end of my turn. Just so that I can keep the damage coming. I don't really like giving a control player more mana, but...
You could have got him with the Trickster, in theory.
Oh, you mean hardcast it?
No, just attack with the Curse Catcher, and then if he blocks, flash in the Trickster.
Oh, it doesn't work like that. You keep thinking like it kills it or something. Or turns
Oh,
it
it
into
just
0-1.
loses all abilities.
It just loses all abilities, yeah.
I mean, fudge. I guess it would lose Flash until end of turn.
Well, yeah, it would. It would. It would. Okay, we'll attack for 1, and I think we are now running sufficiently low on resources. No, maybe not. I can still wait. I'm gonna hold the Aether Vial in my hand because of Detention Sphere. I don't know how big of a card that is right now, but I really hate playing Aether Vial and they play Detention Sphere and they sweep up all my Aether Vials. That might be a sideboard card though. Oh!
What is this?
This is Copycat. Okay, so they, gotcha. Alright, I hear you. So we're gonna actually be much more careful with these Path to Exiles. Their idea is they want to play, what's it called? Felidar Guardian, and then create an infinite loop out of that.
Oh, yeah.
So we probably need to kill this Saheeli Rai. And now, even in the face of Supreme Verdict...
I don't think it... If this is that kind of deck, is it going to play Terminus and Supreme Verdict and that sort of stuff?
Probably Supreme Verdict. I don't think about Terminus. I'm not sure, though. Because it's still a control deck, just with a combo finish to it. I was thinking about hardcasting Curse Catcher to make it a lot more harder for, say, Snapcaster Mage Path, but that actually doesn't make any sense. They can't Path Snap. They don't have the resource to Snap. This is all going... They don't have the resources to Path and Snap Path. And I'll Vial in Master of the Pearl Trident after blocks.
Why?
So that we can kill the Saheeli Rai.
No, but why wouldn't you just do it now?
I ask these questions. I wonder all the time.
It encourages... If I do it beforehand, then my opponent is not encouraged to play like Snapcaster Mage to try to block.
Mm-hmm.
So if I Vial in Master of the Pearl Trident before blocks, then they'll just hold on to their Snapcaster Mage. You want to wait until the latest possible point to do these things.
In this instance, you could have cast it with your mana.
No, I don't want to cast anything because I still don't want to run the risk of I don't want to run the risk of them playing a counterspell. I'm trying to play around counterspells. They definitely have to have counterspells in their deck. So actually here, even in this situation, they could, if I did this before they, or are you saying hardcast?
I was saying hardcast, and then if something happens, then you flash in your Master of the Pearl Trident.
So I guess what I do
and you get
is...
the Saheeli either way.
So I'm exchanging...
You're exchanging a card in your hand for a potential path or bolt or something like that.
No counterspell. I really wanted to play around all the counterspells because that's Aether Vial is the best way to keep it dead. But I see what you're saying. We would get rid of the Saheeli Rai for sure on that turn. I think I like your line if it was like, say, what's it called? Teferi? Like, Teferi is very lethal if you give it too much time.
That's true. This thing doesn't really do much. Scry 1 and gain a life or something?
Yeah. So we'll attack again.
It's -2 that you're losing to, right?
Play a Hollow Fountain. There's no point for it to be in my hand. And pass. We're drawing so poorly. We're drawing a lot of land. We have 2 Curse Catchers to begin. I mean, okay, honestly, we kept a very... land-heavy hand, which ended up not being... Like, all the cards in our starting hand suck against this.
2 or 3 dead cards against this deck, right?
Well, I mean, all of the cards at the beginning were pretty bad.
No, but I'm saying, like, even... It's like you triple mulligan, too, right? You had the Spreading Seas and the 2 paths, and... You know, and this is a very grind... Like, you need as much resources as you can get, right? The second Aether Vial is like a lost resource in a sense, right?
Absolutely. Let's try to get the Saheeli again. We draw another island.
What they got? They got 2 cards though. I mean, you're running them out of resources. There's no doubt about that.
Well, maybe not because they get to scry every turn.
Well, not for long.
Okay, so now we can't get blown out too badly by Snap Path. All right, that's I don't really want to Path to Exile now. No. Yeah, we're just going to let that resolve.
Just going to slowly beat him to death with this Grizzly Bear and this Merfolk of the Pearl Trident.
Okay, actually, now that I think I'm a bit wrong with keeping the Aether Vial. Now that I know that this is not Blue Eye Control or Jeskai Control. Although Jeskai Control doesn't really play Detention Sphere either. I could play the Aether Vial and at an opportune time have put this Curse Catcher in play and then killed
Got
this.
him?
Yeah. Got this thing a long time ago. Okay, hold on. We're going to always yield and always no for a while.
Good lord, man.
That's why we got games 2 and 3. That's why we got games 2 and 3. And God said, let there be games 2 and 3.
And it was good.
And it was good. And then MTG Arena said, no, let's not do that anymore.
Is there no game 2 and 3 in Arena?
Well, they're pushing best of 1 right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So, like, you don't sideboard, nothing?
No sideboarding, just 1 game.
You just KCI them and thanks a lot, come up, go see you later.
Well, it's all standard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all standard. No.
Maybe someday, but not now.
Wow, you got to try Arena. By the sound of that,
I don't even play MTGO.
Well, the thing is, though, Arena is not MTGO.
I played Arena.
It's like Hearthstone, except better.
Yeah, I played it when it was whatever it was before.
I mean, it's basically free, but honestly, you got to put like $50 into it in order to really.
Sees you.
Oh, Spreading Seas me. Oh, Spreading Seas you.
Oh yeah.
I can do that.
I got news for you, pal. I was only casting Path to Exiles anyways. And you know what? I'm not casting too many Path to Exiles against you.
No, I'll take them both up.
What else is in here? Just Path to Exiles? Is there some oh my god.
There's Selfless Spirit. There's Flicker Wisp, which actually blew out a Jund player. So like
Flicker Wisp?
Yeah, they Kolaghan's Command targeting my Aether Vial and a Lord of Atlantis in play. and I vialed in a Flicker Wisp to protect the Lord of Atlantis, and they're like, "Wow, man, you got me." I did not see that coming.
Does it fizzle if one half is gone?
No, because it had 2 targets. Okay, so we have to Path to exile this Snapcaster Mage. So we need to do the best. If these Curse Catchers were any 2-powered creature, this would all be different. The Sealy Ride would be dead a long time ago.
They wouldn't be at 19 life.
They wouldn't be at 19 life either.
You know what you need? You know what you need? You need Brainstorm.
That's what
you
I
can
need.
get rid of all these dead cards you're drawing.
We're gonna counter this thing. I don't know how many counterspells they have in their deck, but maybe they don't have that many, given it's Felidar Guardian combo deck. Oh, I should put this Seachrome Coast in play. It's sort of nice to have a bunch of cards in your hand just to sort of bluff your opponent, but if there comes a point where maybe I have to hard cast a Silvergill Adept, which doesn't look very likely right now. This scrying machine. What are they doing? By the way, I have no, yeah, if I don't have put a card on the bottom.
That's how you lose it. You don't gain 1 life. You take 1 damage. They're gonna slowly one you to death.
Oh yeah, they're doing a great job.
Freezy.
Okay, we're gonna always say no to this.
Imagine if they had that colonnade though. It'd be smashing you pretty good.
Please do not suddenly have like double mana leak here. Okay, I can sort of live with that.
Why did you hurt? Oh, because
yeah, I don't have a vial on 3. Okay, let's kill this. Kill this Planeswalker, which was very underappreciated, then very overappreciated, then very underappreciated all over again.
Oh, come on.
Got it all.
Well, it's scrying every turn, so they go through 2 cards. It's reasonable. What's unreasonable is I knew like Curse Catcher sucks.
And you kept it with a double Curse Catcher hand.
Double Catcher, yeah, but I didn't know my opponent. Well, that's a problem.
That ought to do it.
Well, we do have a path. Well, still, if we draw like Lord into Lord, and here's another problem: like this list isn't running Spreading Seas.
Yours isn't, or
no? This is Raymond Hayes' list. So like Spreading Seas can come back from this like reasonably well.
You Spreading Seas as Colonnade before.
No, sorry. Did I say Spreading Seas? I meant Master of Waves.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
This list is not playing Master of Waves. We could come back reasonably well. Oh, and this is the wrong... I mean, I definitely should target this one.
Well, you get another one.
It feels bad because I'm like,
gosh.
clearly losing.
Not as bad as that.
Because I need to path this, Violent Lord, kill the Rye, and then, like, we can get into the game! But it's not going to happen now.
How come you have braids as your picture?
I think she's the hottest girl in all the, of all the avatars. These avatars are ugly. Look at this dinosaur thing. It's not sexy at all.
No.
Some people would disagree with you.
There's got to be cooler pictures than braids, though.
I'm into the cute girls. Look, I'm into that sort of thing. The braids and everything. Yeah. And she doesn't look so mechanical like Chandra. Not into Chandra. Ugh. Just thinking like... Okay, we have to deal with this. Because now my life total is in a lot of trouble. And if my life total gets too low,
man.
They can sacrifice the Thopters. Hey, it's not over till it's over. I've come back from stupid... Like, imagine this. Silvergill Adept, drawing into Silvergill Adept, drawing into Lord, and then another Lord, and then we win! Hey, it's happened.
It can happen.
It can happen. It will happen.
Yeah.
Let's believe in the heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards, says, eh?
Wow, so look at that.
So it's not over until you go to 0 life. That's what you're telling me, right?
That's correct. There's always a chance. Gotta play to your outs.
Yeah, I got your outs.
There's always the chance they have a heart attack, just like my brother believes. Turn off auto yields. Do I have enough time? No. I would have actually ticked this Vial up to 3 in the chance that if we draw Flicker Wisp, that would be actually a really good card to find at the end of turn. Vial in at the end of turn and like switch the Spreading Seas, put on someone else, draw a card. We do get our Horizon Canopy. Crack it now just in case I draw another Spreading Seas. Well, that would have been useful if the Pia and Kiran Nalaar was still on the battlefield.
Could it copy Saheeli?
Everything? No.
No Planeswalker.
I wish. My brother wish I can copy
like for
Liliana of the Veil.
Like for an extra 2 mana, you should be able to copy a Planeswalker.
Well, no, but you can.
I think the 4 mana one will. Yeah,
there's a 4 mana copy anything on the battlefield.
What does Phyrexian guy do? Does that do anything?
No, it's just...
That's artifact or creature?
It's artifact or creature.
There we go. Game over. Okay, go to the next game.
No, hold on. I can, in response, copy the Felidar Guardian and blink their Saheeli Rai. Oh, they're going to blink for value their Colonnade.
Can't they just win?
They're suspicious of, like, I guess another Path to Exile. Because I'm not casting anything. I'm not doing anything. So I can... Oh, sorry. They're getting value first. And now they're going to copy it. Because it doesn't really change much.
Flashing that in doesn't stop it. It just delays it, doesn't it?
Now there's a Felidar Guardian. Now they're going to try to blink the Saheeli Rai.
It doesn't do anything.
Oh, but it doesn't change anything. I guess if I blink their Saheeli Rai...
They just do it again after that.
There's a battlefield, and if I blink their Felidar Guardian...
Just make them run through it. Kill their clock.
That's right.
There we go. That's what we do on this channel.
We make you sit there and wait.
Is there no way I can interact with this?
No. You can't. Well, you can interact with it, but it doesn't do anything.
Slows them down a turn.
No, it doesn't. It slows them down 1 click, maybe.
Yeah, okay, it enters the battlefield, it would reset, and they could do it all over again. Alright. True story. We're going to yield through this turn. And if they only put 11 in play, or even 12...
Blink 1 and then you save a turn. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Although, I can blink the token, it will disappear for forever.
And then block another one. Got him. That'll piss him off. It will, because he'll have to do it all over again. It would be great.
Well, not really. I'll go to 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there will not be a lot of work.
But there'll still be work.
And they're off. Okay, so went through a lot of the deck. All there is Remand for counter spells. That's reasonable. There might be Cryptic Command. But, like, if they're playing with things like Pia and Kiran Nalaar, and they've got this combo in the deck, then they have to be making big concessions to other spots in their deck. So I'm going to assume they don't have stuff like Logic Knot or Mana Leak.
Do you have a thing to plug my phone in? I texted Andrew to let him know.
Oh, the old one?
No.
Oh, it's back there. There's a power charger. Oh, that reminds me I should charge my thing.
There's multiple
wireless.
Back here.
There's lots of chargers. I charge all sorts of things. If you brought your dildo over, I can charge that too.
No. My dildo's mechanical.
It's got a crank.
Yeah,
you spin it around in the head, kind of like.
Yeah, they went away over 10, just in case.
Well, you do it anyway.
Nah, that's okay. Go to the next game. So, we want counter spells, that's for sure. I still don't really like a Rest in Peace in these decks. Because all it plays around is Snapcaster Mage.
Worship?
Dismember is fine.
Do they have Enchantment Destruction?
Control. Probably. They probably have... Like I said, I think they have Cryptic Command in their deck. What control deck doesn't play Cryptic Command? Or control combo deck? Everyone plays. Settle the Wreckage.
Any deck that can make 3 blue mana by turn 8 probably plays Cryptic Command.
Ghostly Prison actually is interesting here.
Wow,
because
there you go.
Okay,
why is that randomly in the sideboard? Yeah,
definitely. And why is this randomly useful against them?
It's not randomly. This is like the deck that it's for.
Okay, we're going... Well, no, it's for creature-based matchups so that you can, like, race them. So, do I want to bring in Dismember? Okay, I don't want Curse Catcher. They have Path to Exile, so I'm going to take out at least one island. I have to take out at least something else. Reflector Mage seems
Trickster?
just stupid. No, Trickster's great,
Why?
because you can play it at flash speed.
Oh.
Sometimes they'll, like, play a Snapcaster Mage to block, and then you just tap it down and get in more damage. Make not so good use of
Loses
them.
Flash.
Lose the Flash, that's right. Guess we're going to take out maybe a Reflector Mage. It's just clunky and a 2/3 creature. Sort of want to bring in Dismember over Path, but maybe not. My life total might be useful.
Yeah,
I'll
nearly
keep this.
they nearly Sahili'd you to death last time.
Yeah, and they have P and Kira Nalar.
Maybe Kira's better then. Oh, well, too late.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, you're right. I forgot. They have a lot of spot removal in this deck. I don't like this hand, but we're going to keep it.
Bring your deck back. You didn't present yet.
I don't like this hand. I don't like hands that are not interactive. Especially against a control deck. Or control combo deck. And they might remove their combo completely. I almost never play around Smell Snare. Unless I feel like there's a significant reason to, so I'm just going to run Lord of Atlantis out. And it looks like we can probably empty our hand because we've got Selfless Spirit, and then at the right moment, we're just going to flash it in and then just give ourselves protection against Anger of the Gods or Supreme Verdict. They won't see it coming.
They never do.
They never do. I might want to hold on to Flicker Wisp, though, just to wait for an opportunity to get value out of it. Like blink Silvergill Adept. Or that. That is good enough. So I will attack. Let them kill this thing if they want.
You can blink your own Spreading Seas, right? And then
Yep. Absolutely. And I'll just let this thing die. No big deal. We can... Yeah, have to Spreading Seas first. Take them off red mana. Maybe, hopefully, brick them off as many bolts. Oh, man. This is like the crappiest card. I'll put Hollow Fountain and play taps.
Maybe they played Pia.
Oh, the normal Pia? Yeah, maybe.
I meant the one that seems terrible to bounce with Reflector Mage.
Oh.
But I think they're both.
They both come in with some Enter the Battlefield. They come with friends. Pia is very popular.
Shiver.
Brain freeze.
Fun fact, I actually never get brain freezes. I've never had one in my life.
I'm going to have to call Ripley's because I don't believe it.
I tried. I've tried it many times. I get these weird, like, chest freezes, though.
I got them when I was younger, but I don't get
Brain
them now.
freezes or
Yeah,
chest freezes?
brain
brain
freezes.
anymore.
Chest freezes.
No brain left to freeze.
Ugh. Well, that's not pleasant to see. Okay, but I'm actually going to tick the Vial up to 3. And then I'm going to hard cast the Selfless Spirit. And then in response to the Engineered Explosives...
Can you Reflector Mage the Engineered Explosive?
Oh, do you know what? I should have just played this. No, Selfless Spirit didn't matter. Okay, whatever.
You could flicker the Engineered Explosives.
Oh, I can do that? That's interesting. And then it's just going to come into play with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great line. I did not see that. That's why we got Rodney Top 8 Thompson here.
I played a flicker.
That is
with
such
Fest
a
for
good. That is such a good line. Totally missed that.
Just fist them.
Okay, hold on. Let's, yeah. Nice Engineered Explosives there, buddy.
Would be a shame if somebody blinked it.
And by the way, this was definitely the card the Jun player did not see coming. And I don't think they saw this coming either.
I guarantee at the other side, Exadrian 92 right now is like, what the fuck?
What is this doing in the Merfolk deck? It's back. Not that I care.
Well, you can kill your elementals, but joke's on him. This one doesn't play Master of Waves.
So I'm going to keep the Selfless Spirit in hand. Or is it necessary? Maybe the pressure is more important. Path to Exile is something. No, do you know what?
You're hitting him for 5. That's some pretty decent pressure. I don't think you need to put more.
But they seem to be down. I would like to ramp up the aggression if I could. Okay, I think I'm going to hard cast the... Oh, when it is battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to their owner's hand. Interesting they hit the Mass of the Pearl Trident. Yeah, that's fine. So this is ideally what I'm trying to play around, so that they don't path this and then Verdict on my turn. So we're going to hit him for 3. I'm just going to play a Reflector Mage for no value. Just put pressure on the board.
This deck doesn't seem that good, John.
What do you mean, Merfolk?
No,
Oh, by the way,
blue,
we're now playing 3 colors.
This is like
human, spirits, and Merfolk. It's all the 3 tribe. It's very light. It's like 2 selfless spirits, 2 flicker wisp, 2 reflector
I feel
mage.
like
So
it's
it's not a
better as humans or spirits.
Well, spirits is actually playing reflector mage right now.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people like it.
Reflector Mage is very good. The card's
If it's
so
good
good they
enough
banned it.
If it's good enough for spirits, it's good enough for Merfolk.
You know.
Traitor.
What are you trying to say? Spirits is a better deck than Merfolk? Because I won't argue with you.
Let's put our Silvergill Adept in play. They're on almost a 2-turn clock. Well, I mean, they're in a situation where they better not be playing, using their fetch lands. Great thing about Reflector Mage, it can comfortably attack into a Snapcaster Mage. Something that this deck normally can't do.
Come on.
Well,
Jesus.
this is not...
This deck is so bad, John.
Ugh! Snapcaster Mage. Well, to get some value.
Sacrifice Selfless Spirit?
No, I can't. What? Sacrifice Silvergill Adept?
Selfless Spirit.
Yeah, flash it in.
No, I can't
Get
do
him.
it.
No, he's
Won't do anything.
just like he didn't even cast a card, did he?
No.
And he's gonna pass something else.
Yeah, the Flicker Wisp. Okay, we got 2 damage. Oops, I did mean to play something. That's okay. I think the second Aether Vial would be fine. I don't think this deck is playing what's it called
D?
Detention Sphere, yeah.
No.
But now I have to play the Selfless Spirit. Felidar Guardian. Targeting Sacred Foundry. Getting your land back, losing the Spreading Seas. And also brickwalling,
Felidar Guardian also has to be a permanent you control from the last game. You couldn't have done anything.
Oh. That is correct.
So
Did you play Standard at the time?
No. Come on, man.
The deck is so bad. Well, I mean, you can't win.
You might as well just play Burn.
The spirit of Andrew Daytu Dryden is with us.
Did you ever think about that? You do a Burn video and he does a Merfolk video?
No. Well, I mean, we sort of do that sometimes when we play with Hazared.
You play Hazared?
I did once. But we collectively played it together.
It's interesting how we were talking about that deck like a year ago, maybe longer, and really all it needed was just that Phoenix, and now it's like a real deck, because that's really Hazared's basically.
What do you mean, like for Standard?
No, well, I'm talking about in Modern. Remember you were trying to build a Modern deck with
Oh.
with Hazoret. It just it was like a red deck wins more than a
yeah.
burn. And now there is that deck, but it's with that Phoenix that recurs.
Oh, Arclight Phoenix.
Yeah.
But that's a different card though. That's just that's a graveyard strategy card. It's more of a graveyard strategy card than a burn card.
The red deck, the mono red version of it is pretty close to how I imagined this deck working perfectly when we were talking about it a year and a half ago or whatever.
But it's still like Hazoret, you can't cheat in play ever. That's just a card that people are looking for a way to cheat into play.
Yes.
Well,
I was looking at it from the point of view that it's it's a difficult to remove card that just incrementally gains value, but yes, it's doing it in a different fashion than Hazoret, of course.
It's a completely cheesy card. This Arclight Phoenix. It's just meant to people are just trying to abuse it into play. Very resistant.
I don't know if I told you this, but when I saw this card, I'm like, you know what, this card is really good. And I mean, you know me, I don't speculate on cards. I saw this, I'm like, this card is really good, and people are underestimating it. And I went to go on to Fusion's website to order a bunch.
Fusion Gaming Online.
Yeah, Fusion Gaming Online. And this is a terrible plug, by the way, though. And the website wasn't working.
Oh no!
It just wasn't sometimes, or I had a bad internet connection or whatever it was.
You couldn't get your order in.
Yeah, I couldn't get the website going, and then I was like, fuck it. I was honestly gonna order 10 of them, for $2 a piece or whatever they were when they pre-released.
Yep.
And then this is gonna be my, I swear to God, the fish was 50 pounds story for the rest of my life. I remember the time I almost ordered 10 Arclight Phoenixes. But anyways, so I couldn't order them, and then I was like, whatever, who cares? And then 2 days later, it showed Jerry Thompson started messing around with it in Mardu.
Mm-hmm.
And then it spiked, and people were like, oh, this isn't even a real card. And then decks started showing up with it, and yeah, I could have made almost $200 probably.
For as much as Fusion had in stock.
Yeah. I don't know, I wasn't gonna go that deep. I think I was gonna spend $30 or $40 on it.
What was the
I think it was pre-ordering at $3 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was super cheap. And now it's probably a $20 card. Yeah, people were saying it's bad because you got to cast 3 spells and that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, you know what? It's not that hard to cast 3 spells, and this just happens for free. And as you know, we've discussed Phyrexian mana, Force of Will, Daze. Whenever you can just do anything for free in Magic and totally circumvent the mana system, it's usually a pretty good effect, right? And
our opponent misplayed. They should have ticked up their Saheeli Rai.
Did they forget?
Then play the Felidar Guardian and then get a second scry out of it and another damage.
Whatever, he's gonna kill you right now anyway, aren't they? Oh no, you're gonna pass
they took the value route. I have a lot of cards in hand, so why not?
You know what would really get him if you Snapcaster Path? I guarantee he would never see that coming.
The lines that my opponents do not see coming.
Pikachu was playing.
Always heal.
He's just playing really bad white control with Merfolk.
We could do that someday.
Just play 8 lords, and that's have a blue white control shell, and then just play 8 lords instead of Jace and Teferi and stuff. Just slowly.
What else could I play? Well, 8 lords is a bit few. Maybe 16 Merfolk, 4 silver Gillidup, 8 lords, 4 master waves. Well, the original Blue Moon control had the win condition their win condition was Master of Waves.
How did they what did they get devotion from? Just Spreading Seas?
Spreading Seas, and yeah, that's it. I mean, at that time, Master of Waves was unbeatable.
Because Lightning Bolt was the prime,
and Abrupt Decay. Lightning Bolt and Abrupt Decay were the removal spells.
I remember once when we were playing in paper, and I collected Brutality, a Master of Waves of yours,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh wow, I guess it does die to collective Brutality. And I was like, yes. There are spells that can kill it, John.
No.
This army in a can is not completely unbeatable. But I'm
Well,
telling you,
now it's not.
yeah, now it's not. But I mean, that for the 4, you're right. For a long time, that 4 casting cost in that pro red was a real pain in the ass.
I mean, now they've got Assassin's Trophy, Fatal Push, Collective Brutality, Liliana, The Last Hope, Kozilek's Return. Still a good card. Still won it against Jund, just because Jund generally doesn't fill their deck full of all those things.
I don't even play Jund. I almost traded in my Blackcleave Cliffs today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're all in on Rock now.
Well, not that. I think these check lines are going to get reprinted this summer. I'm surprised that they put the man lands in this set.
Why are they going for the combo now? Like, go to hell.
John, you lost this game, man. Just F6 it or whatever.
Look, they had so few cards. We drew 1,000,000 lands. That's the only reason we lost.
Because this deck is bad.
This deck is great. Come on, any deck is going to lose when they draw 1,000,000 lands. Alright, so that was match 3. We're still 2-1 so far, and we're going to go into match 4. This hand is just a little too threat light, so we'll definitely mulligan this.
Good luck. I have to comment about it every time.
This hand's great. We now have double... Okay, we have... This is the same hand, but we have Horizon Canopy and Master of the Pearl Trident instead. That's reasonable to have, actually, on top of our deck. We'll have something to put something in play with our Vial. Oh, great, a Shambling Vent. That didn't make any noise at all.
You know, he'd slaughter me if I did that. You get a pass, though.
I'm doing it. He knows I'm doing it on purpose. That's why. I'm actually gonna go pour this. I'll go pour this out.
Sure. Oops. So we're up against Eldrazi and Taxes. I think our hand is quite reasonable so long as they don't have too stupid of a hand.
It's okay. Make noise. I already made enough.
Yeah.
Ooh, another Curse Catcher. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll close the door until he comes back.
I'll be back in a second.
No blocks, therefore I'm not going to do anything. We're going to play Curse Catcher, and if they try to Ghost Quarter us, then that's when we're going to, like, Merfolk Trickster the Leon Arbiter.
No worries.
It's alright, guys, I'm back.
So we're up against a sort of a Jund-like deck, Eldrazi and Taxes.
Oh, so they're the real Flicker Wisp deck.
Yes. Yes, they are. No blocks. I'm going to hold up Merfolk Trickster as much as possible against this Leon and Arbiter. Oh, okay, well, screw it. None of this matters anymore.
Yeah, but Leon and Arbiter doesn't matter to you.
Well, it does. I can't... I mean, if they destroy the Horizon Canopy, I'm not going to be happy. If they destroy even the blue source, I don't know if I'm happy. More Curse Catchers, huh? Hey, no blocks. I'm not going to do anything either. And pass. I guess the Merfolk Trickster doesn't matter anymore. Still, there's the Ghost Quarter. But I can't stop both Leon and Arbiters. Gotta cash in that Horizon Canopy.
Man, you get strip mined, honestly. Like, you got an Aether Vial. I don't think you're in that bad shape.
But this is a card.
Yeah, but he's
now I'm
dead next turn.
Now I'm not even gonna have the Aether Vial.
He's dead next turn.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in play. They can make good blocks. No, they're not.
No, they can't.
Huh?
He has Spreading Seas.
Well, I guess they can't do it anymore. Yeah, they Flicker Wisp this thing. Okay, now they're in trouble. No, they're not.
What are you talking about? No, they're not.
Okay, they can ghost quarter their own. Oh, they can't go. Players can't search their libraries.
Well,
okay,
they can, I guess.
No, they can't. Players can't search their libraries. Any player. Okay, so they can't do that.
Well, they could do it, but just to make you lose. But you're still gonna mash their board and double stone rain them.
The threat is, well, what I thought was a threat was ghost quarter and then find like a swamp for fatal push, but they can't find the swamp.
Oh, I see. He also shouldn't let you untap.
That being said, okay, now that I can do this, this is good. Yeah, they shouldn't let me untap. They do have good block. No, they still don't have good blocks. No, they do. Okay, they blow this thing up. They block this thing. They double block the other one. They take 9 damage. They go to 4, but they get to keep a Leonin Arbiter, and I only have like a bunch of curse catchers on the battlefield.
Now you just cast a Phantasmal Image and make another Lord.
Or Flicker Wisp.
Oh, that's actually really good. What if I copy Flicker Wisp? No, that's dangerous. That's always, like, dangerous territory. Okay, so now they'll lose their board. They'll go to 1 instead. It's actually significantly better now.
And they have to double stone rain themselves.
And they have to double stone rain themselves.
Which, assuming they even see that line.
Well, no. I have to assume my opponents can see those lines. But if they go to 1, this is much better than them going to, say, 4. Because any blockers won't matter. That's right. Leonin Arbiter works for me now.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this. Like, Magic the Gathering Online. Can't you just assume?
I want them both dead.
Yeah. But, like, it's the same card. Nothing changes. Yeah, we won. What to play against them?
Ghostly Present Worship.
I don't know about Ghostly... No, none of these cards will work because they play with Flicker Wisp. Settle the Wreckage, maybe? But they are a...
These cards are all so bad. Why are they in your Merfolk? Like, they're not bad cards, but what are they doing?
This is not not my... Don't insult Raymond's Merfolk deck. Not my Merfolk deck.
This is an interesting brew. Like, I mean...
Alright, let's see. I've got... Okay, just remember, we have to play with this.
You know what I mean?
It's a little bit of everything.
Curse Catcher is almost always the weak link in this matchup. It helped us a lot in this game, but like usually it's not good. You just want to overwhelm them with power. But I don't have power. Whatever, just gonna have to do the best with what we got. I can bring in 1 card. I can bring in a Deprive.
Yeah. The way Merfolk wins is by casting like 4 Lords. That's how it wins every game.
That's what they do. They pump each other up.
Should just play Slivers.
Settle the Wreckage is reasonable.
Should just play Bogles already.
I'll keep this hand. Our opponent mulligans. That's good. This hand could get torn apart by Lena. Like, well, you know what? Like, usually people side out the Leonin Arbiter, but not always. I guess I can cast... I guess I'll play the Horizon Canopy first, just in case. Just in case. Well, it's useless now.
I love that Thalia article. That's one of my favorite art cards. Okay, here we go. 3 Lords. All I need is another island. Great shape.
Can't cast it. Thalia's in play. I only have one thing I really can cast. It's the Selfless Spirit, so that's what I'm going to do. Well, I could place Phantasmal Image, but the problem is if they like Fatal Push the Silver Gill Adept in response, that sucks, because then I have to copy the Thalia.
It's bad for you, right?
Yeah, it's not going to help me cast the Deprive. It's not going to help me cast anything.
Oh, TKS? Oh, no.
That's good. I don't mind.
Sack it in response.
No, we just have more mana. And they don't have Thought Knots here.
No? Oh yeah, they would have cast it
Yeah.
there. Why isn't they attacking?
Going fishing.
I guess they assume that they need to like hold the game off until they can stabilize. They're not in a racing position because I have way more cards than they do.
Alright, I guess so. Yeah, that's true. You have a ton of cards.
They're losing the race, that's for sure.
What did he take? Spreading Seas?
Spreading Seas. It's a funny thing to take because they got Ghost Quarter on the battlefield.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man, Spreading Seas is one of those cards that gets in your mind. You see it and you're like, no, I don't want to play against that card.
I could copy their Tide Hellosculler and take like whatever they have in their hand.
He's got 2 cards in his hand though, like.
Yeah, but if it's something. But the problem is if they like tickle it with Flicker Wisp, that would suck. I guess it's just reasonable to play Lord of Atlantis. Just wait. Just play a creature a turn. Hopefully it outmuscles their creature a turn.
Get your creatures big enough to attack through.
I mean, Flicker Wisp. Also, if we get one more white source and start casting Flicker Wisp, this could take over the game because it's just a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you said, Spreading Seas gets into people's heads. Like, it's always like the card that
Yeah.
ruins them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Spreading Seas. I can't beat the Spreading Seas. I have a million,
It's psychological.
It's psychologically, you've been beaten so badly by Spreading Seas your entire life.
Oh, get fucked, John. That's bad.
Well, they still have not many. I have so many cards in hand.
Yeah. What did they process?
The Selfless Spirit.
Why did not they process the Spreading Seas under the Tide Hellosculler? Maybe they don't know about that.
Maybe it's just a misplay.
Yeah, because you know that, right? You can just process a card
and then
out.
I'll never get it back.
Yeah.
It enters the battlefield? Yeah. Wonder if they're thinking of like eating this Horizon Canopy with the Ghost Quarter. Yeah, they are. I cannot make any use. Do you know what? Actually, that's a good line. I don't have a white source to get, so like that turns off all these cards.
I still think they should have processed out Spreading Seas, but
Oh, it's definitely better.
Tell him. Call him. Call him at home.
Okay, so
or is it 1-900
1-900 process.
1-900 Liquid Jag? What's his name? Liquid Jaguar.
Does my opponent have any cards in exile?
No.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna play Phantasmal Image and I'll copy Silvergill Adept. Is that wise? Maybe it's just better to copy this thing.
Copy the Sculler.
Nah. Okay, I'll just copy this. It's not card advantage, but... Yeah, I'll just attack with Silvergill Adept. If any of these die, whatever. It will still trade with one of these things. Even trading with Wasteland Strangler.
Tide Hellosculler, won't it?
Yeah, it will. Well, no, but still if you path this.
Oh.
Yeah, it will still trade with Wasteland Strangler. Rather, Wasteland Strangler did not exist on the battlefield.
Here comes another one.
Could be. Could be.
Process the Spreading Seas this time, Jag.
I would really love to like play a creature hold up deprived, but Thalia is still on the battlefield. Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
It's not that bad, but we need a white source. Okay, now I'm the one on defense here. I'm gonna take 5 a turn, so I have 3 turns to get back into the game. The Ghost Quarter on the Horizon Canopy worked out very well.
Yeah, I feel pretty good for him. Or her.
Interesting, not attacking with Thalia. Sure, gives me more turns to catch up. No, I'm just gonna counter anything that I can.
Yeah, they should really be pressing their advantage here. I don't know why they wouldn't even attack with the Sculler and the Thalia, but now they can't. But they could have got another 4 points of damage in last turn. Because I don't think you'd block either. Would you block the Sculler, do you think? Probably not, eh?
No, I would block the Sculler for sure.
Yeah, so I can. Then you might as well just at least attack with the Thalia.
So I can get a Spreading Seas back and draw something off of it. But yeah, the Thalia was free. This sort of tells me they don't have removal if they're not attacking.
I don't think these decks play a lot of removal.
What the hell are you talking about? It's like, okay, Path to Exile.
So.
They play Path to Exile. They play Fatal Push.
Do they play 4 or 4?
I don't know 4/4, but they also play with Wasteland Strangler.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, now this is
apparently not that often though, because he doesn't know how to use it.
When do I start attacking?
Now.
Attack me back for 7. The Shambling Fen at any moment can come alive. I think I have to just pass. I'm going to pass, pray for a Path to Exile, a white source so I can cast this Path to Exile. I was talking about this in maybe not this video, but I had a pretty bad run in my last video. Or sorry, my last trial of this deck. And when I need a white source, I don't have it. And if I don't need a white source, I'm drawing all the white sources. I have 2 more turns until I'm doomed. What are the odds of drawing the second white source somewhere between turns 10 and 11? Do the numbers.
Not the white source we were looking for.
Yeah. That would be fine to play as well. Okay, there we go. Oh, no!
That is so trolly. That is so trolly. Oh my god.
We have no merfolk. We have everything else. We have elementals, we have wizards, we have humans, we have clerics, we have spirits. Okay, we'll just pass the turn.
Hopefully he misclicks through. Or she.
No, I'm gonna hope that they show me a card that I don't know about.
This is game 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So... Did you win game 1? I thought they did.
No, I won game 1. Oh, we rolled them hard. Remember, they had to blow up their own land in order to
yeah. My apologies.
We're going to game.
Exciting. I've just
we're going to game 3.
My mind.
We will. I think this is fine. We'll keep this. Do I have any reason? I could bring in Settle the Wreckage, but that double white is so hard on this deck, especially against the Ghost Corridor deck. I'll just keep it as it is.
No, Kira. Oh, you put
I brought Kieran. That was last match.
Oh, okay.
Which doesn't matter if you just draw a billion
lands. Didn't you forget to put Kira in the last turn?
No, I forgot to put in Kira against the
Felidar
right. Guardian deck.
Yeah. See what I mean? They all kind of blend into each other. Okay, we're going to Spreading Seas them out of the game.
Hopefully that can happen.
Of course it can happen.
Can turn them into
an awful card.
Turn them into a colorless deck.
Hey, Mulligan.
Helps. Less lands the better. There we go.
Oh, that's a Flooded Strand. That's beauty.
They're very cheap online too. Oh, come on. I'll start with Spreading Seas though.
That's right, you will.
Because if they play Thalia next turn, that would really suck. I can play that plus Spreading Seas next turn. Assuming they don't play Thalia. Dark Confidant. That's not good to see, because that's Spreading
really
Seas
bad.
is very bad against that card. So my plans are going to change. We will play the Ether Vial.
I still don't think Spreading Seas is a bad play.
Against the Dark Confidant, they're just so likely to draw lands. See, Spreading Seas is very good if... Against Dark Confidant, you have to race this thing, because it will bury you in card advantage.
Yeah.
And half
Trust
their
me, I
cards.
played 1 or 2 Dark Confidant games. I know how it works.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play a Silvergill Adept. We are now in racing mode.
That's like so. No.
I should see. Look, I'm getting punished. I could have played Silvergill Adept first, then play the Seachrome Coast for my land drop for the turn, then cast Ether Vial. Punishment. Eldrazi Temple. See if they attack their Dark Confidant into my Silvergill Adept. Okay, so they're not going to play their Temple. I'm going to keep it available. Flicker Wisp. What can you flicker? Shambling Vent? Okay. Get your land back.
it'd be sweet if they misclicked on the Spreading Seas.
I'm gonna empty my hand. I'm gonna put the Lords in play to play around, what's it called? Do I want to attack?
Yes.
We trade your Silvergill for a Flicker Wisp?
Not really, I don't want to do that.
No.
Okay, we'll just pass. I'm putting the Lords in play to play around, what's it called? Thought Knots here, because the Lords are very important. This is the only way I'm going to be pushing through damage. And as you see, I'm pretty happy to get off the Spreading Seas plan. They're just drawing lands. Sure. But if they have, like, Wasteland Strangler, we're doomed. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you Wasteland Strangle a card that's been flickered?
Yep.
Before the end of the turn?
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
God damn it. That's brutal, man.
It is very brutal.
I was playing CD one time, and I was playing a deck like Death and Taxes like this, and I Wasteland Strangled a card out from underneath.
Oops. Use the
What's that? Windsweep Tat? No. Windburst Kites.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing his Kiskins.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I Wasteland Strangled out the card from underneath. What is that? You attack with 3 creatures and you cast it for free or something?
Right. Yeah, Windburst Kites.
Yeah, that was a pumping.
If only I played that Silvergill Adept properly earlier. I could play like another Silvergill Adept this turn. Well, we could. Our life total is still pretty healthy. If they don't like kill my creatures, but now they're gonna Wasteland Strang. They're gonna flicker the Wasteland Strangler.
Is there anything to process?
They keep. Oh, that's true. I don't know. No, maybe there's nothing to process. Well, that is a problem. Because now I don't have Island Walk anymore. That's a bad attack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna eat that thing. I'm gonna eat Dark Confidant.
Now that he's drawn like 16 cards off it.
They have 4 cards in hand, but I think my board is still reasonable.
Yeah,
especially since Silvergill Adept could draw something pretty good.
This is a comparable board, I would say. And they have 3 extra cards in there. I guess that's 2 cards in your hand, Silvergill Adept, but play the Wonderwine Hum first.
No, just in case I draw Horizon Canopy. I'm gonna hard cast this. Because if I can top deck a Lord... Okay, hold on, cancel. If I can top deck a Lord that I can violin, that would be a very good surprise blocker. No, but that's not bad. Unfortunately, both Flicker Wisp and Wasteland Strangler trade with this thing pretty well.
I think you could bluff him out because that was a weird thing to do with your Silver Gilded Dipped. I think he will assume that you have a Lord right now.
They had a Temple and a Shambling Vents, so we know they have Thalia. Yeah, well, whatever. I can pat to exile the Flicker Wisp if it wants to block my Lord of Atlantis. Well, but the whole other thing is they have to block if they think I have a Lord. They have to block something.
You think so?
Well, because then they die.
How?
Because I'll be attacking.
Oh, right.
So
you flash it in and they
it's
take
very
3
important
more.
when you bluff that they have to call it.
Mm-hmm. You don't put yourself in a position where they have to call it. Yeah. I still think you attack with everything.
I guess I'm going to attack, just give myself a chance to win the game. If it goes like Wasteland Strangler, Flicker Wisp, I'll just path the Flicker Wisp because that's the thing that is currently the clock that can kill me.
Mm-hmm.
If they can double block, well, the only double block that sucks for them is no, there's no bad double block here.
No,
assuming I have no.
If you double block, then you take 2 creatures with 1.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just let it.
Terrible.
I just let it happen. Okay, I will path exile the Wasteland Strangler.
No. I thought you said the Flicker Wisp.
No, Flicker's gonna die.
Oh, okay, alright, fair.
I guess it doesn't matter. It changes nothing. As long as the Flicker Wisp is gone, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely now in a lot of trouble anyway, though.
They are, or you are?
I am, because they have 2 Shambling Vents in play. They have a Thalia in
5
hand.
cards in their hand.
A bunch of cards in hand, thanks to Dark Confidant. Well, like, that's very hard to beat, too.
Mm-hmm.
At least the Wasteland Strangler is off the board.
Could just lightning bolt it. That's how I usually deal with it.
The way I attacked, maybe there was a better attack. I could just, like, path exile the Flicker Wisp instead and attack with everything and at least guarantee more damage. So they could be at 6 life instead of 9. So the good thing is that there's not good things to displace. Just the Flicker Wisp. Displacing my creatures don't matter a whole lot.
Makes it annoying to attack.
Yeah, so... Well, I guess the Flicker Wisp is good because they'll take away Mass of the Pearl Trident. Or will it? Okay, so finally I have a blocker for Flicker Wisp. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Yes.
Yes. Keep doing that, man. Keep doing that. We'll take that all day long. Do the other one now.
I'll just pass. They do that sometimes with Harbinger of the Tides, and they bounce their creature.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And, like, now is a great spot for Master Waves, but it's not in the deck.
Yeah. You should just keep going up with the other file anyway to psych them out. Remember, like the Progenitus?
Oh, now they go for the Mass of the Pearl Trident. Oh, yeah, it wasn't Well, yeah.
Shouldn't they be going for the Kira here? Like, isn't that the card that they don't want you to block with?
I'm not sure their line of reasoning. Well, they have.
You know what it is? Spreading Seas has got in their head.
Maybe.
They've been thrown off their game.
I don't want to block this. Because once I do, the Eldrazi Displacer will just... Oh no, it won't completely wreck me because they keep
If the Eldrazi Displacer flickers it, then you don't take damage and the card stays alive.
Okay, no, I'll flicker. Okay, I will kill this thing. If I can. Because if they Eldrazi displace my Silvergill Adepts, that's not bad. I'll draw cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be on the best sort of defense I can. It's not a good defense. Ooh, so this is not bad. And pass. Please displace my creatures. I'll tell you what they can also do. They can try to attack with everything and then block. Or sorry, they'll just flicker their own creatures. Anything that I'm gang blocking.
Gang blocking.
Okay, here comes the Shambling Vents. And I will attempt to trade this Selfless Spirit with this Shambling Vent.
Why would that be a trade? Shambling
Because
Vent's a 2/3.
Because if I double block and then
I see.
sacrifice, that's the plan. I know they can but then they're trading actually because what they can do is I can sacrifice the Selfless Spirit, but then if I do that, then the Displacer can target the Shambling Vent instead in response, and then I lose a Selfless Spirit and they keep their Shambling
seems like
Vent.
a bad.
Well, or I could just try to trade, but then I don't get any. Yeah, okay,
They don't do anything. They just flicker, and you just are down a card.
I'll just take 2. Pass. I'll definitely put the Selfless Spirit in play at end of turn. Oh, well timed.
Right on time.
Yeah, right on time. Still pretty dangerous.
Dangerous.
They don't have mana to blink anything. Well, hello.
Why are you attacking the untapped one?
Huh?
Why are you attacking the tapped one?
That's fair. 1, 2, 3.
Another one. Also good.
That's also good.
That is very good. Alright, we can hardcast this. They have path mana up, but you know what? We're way behind. We have no room to play around anything. What can I attack back for? 7? It's the most? Okay. I'm in. Awesome. Spreading Seed, that's what this is going to be if we win this game.
It's going to be another win with Spreading Seed.
It's going to be another example. It's going to be another game that's going to be etched into this player's mind about how they lost the Spreading Seas. They did everything they could to make sure they don't lose to this damn card. They got rid of 3 Spreading Seas so far this game. Is it 3 or no, just 2. They got rid of 2 Spreading Seas. Here's the 3rd. No good. So they have to deal with this Lord of Atlantis or they lose. Or, actually...
Can they blink it? Or
okay, they have enough mana to blink actually 3 times, so they can blink all 3 of these, but then they're just going to draw me cards like crazy.
Which we're fine with.
Yeah. Blinking Lord of Atlantis doesn't do anything.
It's not like Flicker Wisp, it comes right back?
It comes right back.
Okay, but it's tapped.
It's tapped.
That's the way, which is really the way Flicker Wisp probably should have been.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't end up with this weird exiling a thing for a turn effect when you...
Oh, this is not a bad strategy. Alright, so they are... they're racing me profitably. Alright then, because they can blink 3 things. So I need 1 more Lord. 1, 2, 3. They can blink 3 things.
Yeah, you can
Oh no, a Lord won't win because I can't pump up the Selfless Spirit. Well, it was close, but I don't think I've got it. Another thing maybe I could draw is Path to Exile for Eldrazi Displacer on my following turn. Maybe? Okay, that is an interest. It doesn't change anything. They still have 3 activations. Okay.
Here we go.
How to do this? Oh, but I'm gonna attack anyway because I net some cards. Actually, yeah. So I'm gonna at least draw some cards out of this.
And see where it takes you.
Yeah, see where it takes me. An interesting bold. Well, okay. What I could try to do. Well, they're gonna wait for me.
No, yeah, attack with everything, and then they're gonna draw you a bunch of cards, and then you see if you get another lord, and you flash it in.
It's possible,
Yeah.
but I might need this thing on blocking duty. Anyway, they're blinking before I attack. Oh no, that's wrong one. Whatever. We're in good shape. Yeah, you keep doing that. I'm totally fine with that. Okay, so that's gonna kill off the Shambling Vent. That gets rid of Shambling Vent. So I could... Does pathing this win? No. But if I path this... Still no. Okay, I'm just going to attack for 2. All 4 Spreading Seas this game.
So got him.
Fear of the Seas.
Okay,
do I have enough mana for everything? I want to... This is going to cost 3. This is going to cost 2. Okay, let's put Wonderwine Hub in play. Show Mirror Rejury. Let's draw a card. Actually, I can't path to exile things like that. Well, I can, but they can displace it.
You don't want to kill the Displacer?
I will kill the Displacer.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to see what I draw first.
And you have just...
Maximum information. Flicker Wisp. Interesting. I could flicker the Vial to make sure they can't do anything at instant speed on my turn.
Yeah, but if you just cast...
Or I can flicker a Silvergill Adept.
If you path the Displacer and cast the Rejury, how do they win? Like, what's their path to winning?
I don't know.
I don't think they have one. They need...
I know they play Settle the Wreckage, so that's still possible. Okay, so I'm definitely doing this, and it's just going to come down to, do I want to play Flicker Wisp or Mirror Rejury on my turn? Flicker Wisp can blink a Silvergill Adept and draw a card.
Yeah, but if the Rejury, they can't attack through a Rejury with Thalia.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm at 3 life.
Yeah, you're blocking anyways. It doesn't matter.
I'm at 3 life. Nothing changes. Okay, I'll tell you what helps. I'm going to reset a bunch of blockers. If they draw Flicker Wisp, they could cast it, remove Spreading Seas. Oh, does that do enough?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll give myself maximum blockers just in case, because they're gonna now blink this thing. So flickering a Silvergill Adapt will maximize my...
And then you have 2 blockers as well. Yeah, no, that's good. That's correct. Flicker Wisp was a hell of a card. It really, like, it loans itself to some pretty complicated things you can do, right?
3, 2, 1.
I guess the best draw would have been, what's it called? Oh no, even Displacer still is no good. And displacing this board
sucks.
Why
is Displacer no good?
Because I'm still at 3 life.
Like, you lose to a Displacer? Oh, no.
I thought Displacer might bring them back, but like, I don't think so. I don't think they have enough mana to stop everything on the board.
So they lost to Spreading Seas, and it's going to be etched in their mind that they lost to Spreading Seas.
There's the Flicker Wisp. What to remove? I'm a bit concerned about like the Vial on 2 now. But I'm glad that we flickered, because if I just played Flicker Wisp, remove Shambling Vent, then they could attack with... Oh no, it doesn't matter. I guess I still didn't have... They still have lethal. What does that do? Oh, Eldrazi. Why do you have all these cards in your hand? Okay, so I'm going to lose. So they have to display Selfless Spirit or Flicker Wisp. They have to. Because
they strangle?
They have to strangle.
Yeah.
No, they have to strangle this or my Flicker Wisp.
Why the Selfless Spirit?
I don't know. It's all lethal anyway. Okay, so if we draw a Merfolk, we win because we can play Mirror Regery and then hardcast the Merfolk to tap the Flicker Wisp. And I guess I can attack with everything. And that's a safe attack because they have to block everything. Oh no, but Thalia will still kill something. Okay, so is this still fine? Or do I just play like I have to get Wasteland Strangler off the table. Because if I don't, I super lose to this card if they draw what's it called? Displacer again.
Is there more stuff to process?
It doesn't matter. Oh, I guess there might be. Maybe this. Maybe this. These things. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think they have.
They're still there. Not a Merfolk. So attack with everything. They block. Thalia trades. I put a Selfless Spirit on the board and a Mirror Regery, and still any Merfolk I top deck will win. So. Okay, sounds good.
They're gonna cast. You can't. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. It's lethal. Yeah.
Oh, do you know what I can do? Oh no. Well, I could sacrifice Selfless Spirit
and keep your board.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. That's a better line.
Oh yeah, flash it. Well, how do we not see that?
Oh, I don't play with this card that much. So this card was better than I thought.
The deeper you go, the better it feels.
We keep the whole board, and they lose their entire board.
Yeah, this was
easy.
Play.
All right.
Samard would not be happy it took us that long.
Yeah,
to see that
no,
play.
he would not be happy. We didn't. He should be here, playing with all his cards. Okay, can you resign, please?
We have to go.
Yeah.
How are we gonna film?
Oh, on my phone.
You just set it up, or you know how to do it?
Yeah. Do you have a life counter on your phone? That's what we did with Andrew.
But I can download one.
There we
and
go.
we're going to pick up Andrew, so.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, then we can use this phone.
Yeah.
Where are you going to play?
Fusion.
Oh, yeah.
Fusion Gaming Online, our favorite local game store.
Thursday Night Modern.
Thursday Night Modern.
Get a chance to show off all my fancy new Tarmographs.
Tarmographs, yeah, the beautiful new. How do you rate this new Tarmograph?
I love the new art. I do. And I saw the box toppers, and I was like, you know what? I want those. And I did not expect to have them, like... How long is Ultimate Match been out? Like 2 weeks?
He might have settled with something, wouldn't he?
Yeah, so I'm going to attack with 3 creatures. Because, I don't know, Flicker Wisp is, like, the best thing they could draw. Oh my god. Okay, so what I can do is...
Trickster!
Do what I have to do? I have to let this all go. And then on their turn, I have to Trickster the Eldrazi Displacer.
And block it.
No, I don't. I just have to tap it down for the turn.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. No, because then you can keep flickering.
Well, anyway, we're going to draw a bunch of cards here. This is not a big deal. Like, this is not what they want to do.
These cards are so annoying, man. This deck is, like, awful.
Oh, great. We can exchange. Can we exchange? This is a hell of a game.
Yeah.
That being said, this is really a hell of a game.
These Flicker Wisps, these Displacers, they make these really complicated board states, eh? There we go. That's a good one, I guess.
So I can't Violent... what I could do is Merfolk Trickster the Displacer now, Violent Phantasmal Image, copy Mirror Regery.
Phantasmal Image the Flicker Wisp in his upkeep and flick out his Eldrazi Displacer. And then it's just gone.
No, I'm going to kill this thing. I would rather this thing is completely off the board.
How are you killing it? I don't know. He's blocking?
Okay, I'm going to... One way or another, this has been a great game. Yeah, it was. Great games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this thing lose all its abilities.
Watch the displacer.
Yeah. And then I'm going to Violent Phantasmal Image, copy my Mirror Regery, make it big enough to kill the displacer.
Okay.
This certainly is one of the more ridiculous games I've ever had in a very long time. And they can't displace their own displacer, thankfully. What are they
You
blinking?
can just displace the Regery, though.
Oh, yeah, I guess they can do that.
So you need to Violet
okay, so let's see. What are they
now?
doing?
No.
Oh, they displaced my Flicker Wisp. Well, I'll blink. Still reload up, I guess. I'll see what they do. If they blink, if they blink,
Then you
Mirror
flash it
Regery,
in then.
I'll Violin Phantasmal Image, copy Flicker Wisp or something. What are they doing? Giving me more value. All right, thank you.
That was a mistake, I think. I think they should have...
Well, whatever.
Well, how could they know, I guess?
All right, Horizon Canopy. Crack. Whatever. Pass.
Play another Horizon Canopy.
Let's hope we don't lose on time.
Oh my god, how much is it? Is it 3 or 1? 1, 3. Oh, he's dead next turn. They're dead next turn.
Yeah, you're done.
All
That's
right.
pretty obscene, yeah.
That was
Okay,
round
game.
4. Let's get to round 5. We win die rolls. Yeah, we can keep this hand. Let's see if we can finish strong. I guess we'll play Flight of Strand. We have a white source in our hand. We can just get an island. Play Ether Vial. I was trying to figure out what's the least painful way to play these cards. This seems to be it. Bloodstained Mire. We were up against a Gen deck earlier today.
Whooped them.
This could be like Hollow One or something. These days, Bloodstained Mire into Blood Crypt, that could mean anything. This could still mean anything.
Mhm.
Although that Thoughtseize sucks.
Andrew's mad because of the last round. I thought it was 4 rounds, so I was like, yeah, we're not gonna make it by 5. I texted him at like 4:45, and then well, obviously it took basically a whole hour for the last round.
Yeah.
Right.
Day 2 Giant getting impatient.
Yeah.
Alright, let's... I guess I'm going to play Selfless Spirit. We're probably going to get ripped apart here. If this is Mardu Pyromancer, I would assume we are a massive underdog.
Let's get these games over with.
To win this thing.
We
Just
like.
concede. Let's go.
Well, even to make it to modern, we'll have to leave in half an hour.
Oh, it will probably be done by then.
Not
Probably.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were picking up Andrew too.
Well, I thought we were going to film some paper games. We're not going to have time to do paper games now.
We'll tell him to go there.
To Fusion and what?
To be ready.
We're not going to have time, man. It's like 6 o'clock right now.
Nah. We'll do our best. Oh no, this is Grixis Control. This is now like a really long, grindy... Oh no, forget it. It's Death Shadow.
Alright.
So, I think we should have a fair matchup against this deck, against Death Shadow. Won't be great, it won't be bad. I have to hard cast this. Yeah, I'll do it like this. They know about Merfolk Trickster. I'll hold on to the Ether Vial just in case I need some random card in my hand. I don't think I need one, but just in case. Probably going to play Lord of Atlantis at end of turn. And then hold up Merfolk Trickster just for like that one turn I need extra to stay alive. What is going on here? Well, I think I've seen Faithless Looting in some Shadow lists. Not a lot.
Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting is a really good card.
Oh no. Well, in this case, we're gonna get Lord of Atlantis in play.
What happens if you Merfolk Trickster or Death Shadow? Does it just become a 13/13?
Yeah, it does. But it's tapped. So you gotta make sure you do it pre-combat. If you do it post-combat, you're gonna be horribly disappointed. Just you made it the max it can get.
But if it's post-combat, it can't attack. So if they
No. If it's post-combat, they've already attacked.
Oh, I see
it's
what you're saying
attacking. Well, that's not bad.
So you have to tap it before they can tap it to attack.
Mm-hmm. I'm willing to attack for 4. Oh, I hope I don't get Teamer Battle Raged out of my mind.
Yeah, even if you, what is he gonna do? Takes.
Actually, I could die to Teamer Battle Rage.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you can always
Could
die
be
to a Teamer Battle Rage.
Land fetch.
It's the Splinter
dead.
Twin of Death Shadow. Oh fuck, he's got Tamer Battle Rage. I lose.
Double Street Wraith, Teamer Battle Rage. Do you have some plan for my creatures attacking back? Because I have a plan for attacking you, that's for sure.
He can't block, can he?
Block Lord of Atlantis.
Oh right, Reedry doesn't give.
Alright, sacrifice this.
Lord. Also good.
That one's
Well,
alright.
we see what Uncle Silver Gillidat brings.
Lord.
Doesn't matter now.
Could be useful. So... on 8... Well, I guess I could, if they have no removal in hand, I could attack for 7 and then leaves these 2 things to block, but that's like really ambitious. But let's say they have removal and I pass, they kill this thing, attack with both. I might be in some situation to chump block anyway. But then I have Reflector Mage, which is a pretty good Gotham card the following turn. Okay, I'm just going to pass.
Yeah, I think you got him next turn, but they might got you this turn if you attack too much. So maybe just wait. I agree. Just wait.
Well, I can only put them down to 7. Sorry, I can only attack for 7 and put them down to 1.
Which makes 2 12/12s, which is bad.
Which is hard to beat. It's hard to beat.
Here and there it is.
That's sort of good for me, because that is not that's not the Island Walker.
No. What I was saying, there it is. There's that
Yeah.
removal spell that you were.
Yeah.
afraid of.
But I'd rather they remove this thing than they remove
Yeah,
Lord of Atlantis.
I don't know why they did that. Maybe they're afraid of you tapping their Death Shadows. Little do they know one of them is leaving the battlefield next turn.
Okay, no blocks.
Yeah, it's fine. They can't even cheese you right now, can they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could Street Wraith Battle Rage, but...
So now I can hard cast the Reflector Mage and attack relatively free. I guess that's what I'm going to do.
Does that kill him?
It will if they have no interaction. Ugh, wish this thing was on 3 now so I could use the Horizon Canopy. Alright. Let's put ourselves in some situation to win the game. And hopefully that's one less removal spell on the Reflector Mage. Maybe they'll resign right now. Even if they block with Snapcaster Mage, they'll go to 2.
And they've got a 10/10. Fuck.
Not bad.
Okay. That will keep the game going. I just gotta hope for no more removal, no Team Rebel Ridge. I'm asking for a lot here.
Snapcaster, no Snapcaster.
Yeah, no Snapcaster Mage.
He's
They're going to 1.
He's fetching a land, so that's not a great way to start. Fail to find.
They got some swamps in there. Sometimes Scalding Tarn fails to find. Or what's the card that fails to find? Because I think this would fail to find just as frequently. I guess Bloodstone Mine or
Done.
Scalding Tarn. Oh, wow. Excellent.
I bet you he failed to find. And he left.
Why?
I don't know.
Conceded from the game? Oh, I just win the whole thing?
I think so. Isn't that what that means?
Left the game? No.
No.
It's conceded from the game. It has to say conceded from the match. It left the game means it's going to
He's
sideboard.
going to sideboard?
Again, I don't like settle in these situations. Worship might be good. Like, what can they do against Worship? Worship might be fine. Ghostly Prison might be okay. Kira's great. Dismember's great. A few Deprive are great. Maybe one Rest in Peace is
Why
good.
is Dismember great?
Kills Gurmag Angler, Grim
okay.
Lavamancer, and even Snapcat. And actually Death Shadow, because they don't want to put their life total too low against Merfolk, because then they
just
just
island
walk.
walk.
Yeah, so they have to keep their life total, like, putting their life total to 7, I think, is the sweet spot, because that makes it a 6/6. But, like, anywhere lower, no good. If they make the creature too big, their life total gets too low. If their life total is too high, then the Death Shadow is not big enough. I'm going to put in 1, maybe more. I'm going to take out an island and Ether Vial, the new strategy against these attrition-based decks. Don't like Curse Catcher, really, in these matchups. Oh no, Spreading Sea is not beautiful either. Here, we can put another Rest in Peace. I don't mind Rest in Peace. It's just the second one sucks. Second one's a lot worse than the first one.
Yeah, well, they thought seized the first one.
I hope Worship is good. Because, like, how do they deal with a Worship?
I don't think they can win.
I don't think they can beat a Worship. So this might be a matchup where, you know, Worship is reasonable.
I guess we're going to find out. I
Well,
don't
not in
know
this
if I'm
game.
keeping that hand, yeah.
It's like having a double Mutavault hand. This hand's fine.
Oh, yeah, there's no Mutavaults, eh?
Yeah, Mutavault is replaced by Horizon Canopy. So I have enough white sources while still not being too weak to Blood Moon. Do whatever you want, man. The world's your oyster.
Fucking Thoughtseize, man.
It's the force of will of Modern.
Yeah, I think it's just this deck because it just plays, like, the full 8 Thoughtseize effects, right?
Well, it plays Thoughtseize as a good card. You know? It's supposed to be a downside to lose 2 life. There, this is a downside. This helped me.
Lightning bolt myself, sure, all day long.
Faithless Looting. Yeah.
Discards TBR.
And Liliana the Last Hope. That makes me very happy. Well, maybe they know that I have Lords and I have a Kira Great Glass Spinner, so it's like way worse in that situation. There's a Gurmag Angler. So where's my Dismember? Flicker Wisp is not useful. Yet. But that's why I have Dismember. They work so hard to put that thing into play, and you bam! Dismember.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get out of here, man.
Go angle someone else.
Hold on. Okay, first off, what's an angler?
Angler
Sorry,
is a fisherman.
sorry. What's a Gurmag?
I don't know.
Probably fictional.
I think it's just a proper noun, yeah.
Because it's called Gurmag Angler, but you're really getting beat down what they catch. It should be called Angled Gurmag.
No. Gurmag isn't a word. Like you were thinking like it's a place or a...
No. I think it's like... I think it has something to do with this thing. Flicker Wisp is very nice, but I have no idea how to utilize it right now.
No, it just comes up with Gurmag Angler. I think it is a fisher. Like, it is an angler. Fish, like, that have that dangly thing.
Yeah, but this thing, like, they're naming the thing that's catching this thing, but we're getting beat by it.
What?
The name of the card should reflect what we're getting attacked by.
Yes, that is a Gurmag Angler in the picture.
Okay, well, what is an angler?
Angler is someone who it's a type of fishing, but there's also, I guess, fish that fish in the same way an angler fishes, right?
So a fish can be an angler?
Yes, I believe there is a type
I thought
of fish.
the angler is just the person fishing.
No, I'll look it up.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, the angler fish is a fish of the... It takes its name from the concept of angler fishing, but it fishes in a similar way. The anglefish is a fish of the Telest order Lophiiformes. It is a bony fish named for its characteristic mode of predation, in which a fleshy growth from the fish's head acts as a lure. And there is a picture of it.
Excellent.
So that is, and this one is called the humpback anglerfish. And here's some more anglerfish.
We are gonna die to this thing. If they're going to use a removal spell on our Flicker Wisp. Well, they had a really fast start with the Gurmag Angler. We had no interaction for it. And we just had creatures, and they had removal spells. It's basically our 3 converted mana cost cards versus their 1 mana cards. The 1 mana cards are winning!
Why are you gonna lose?
Well, I'm getting raced by a 5/5 creature.
Yeah, that's a good 2 turns.
Like, once I go to 3, then I'm, like, now dead to any bolt.
Yeah. Snap bolt.
Yeah. The outs start to shrink.
That's fair.
I mean, I can't block.
Well, you could.
Now, the cool thing is I can flicker my own Flicker Wisp, so I can attack with the Flicker Wisp and then re-flicker. Okay, whatever. Forget all that analysis. That's right. Okay, we'll run this back. I guess even if we had Worship, they would just clear our board. But I'd like to play first. I would love to. Oh, do you know what? They can beat a Worship with Collective Brutality. I'm gonna have to mulligan this. I can keep this. It's like the Worship plan is actually quite bad then.
I don't know if it's bad, like...
We can... No, we'll put this on the bottom. I have
yeah,
Dismember
you have
already.
Dismember, yeah. This is where they go...
Thoughtseize.
Street Wraith, Thoughtseize, and then crack a fetch and make a 5/5 Death Shadow on turn 2, but just nothing in their hand.
Inquisition. Take our only creature. Well, that makes this decision easier. Oh darn, I have to play Seachrome Coast. Later it'll be very hard to put Seachrome Coast into play. So this is a really ugly situation, because they actually know our entire hand. I'm gonna deprive this. I think it's just too easy for them to play around it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, eventually they can even just play Inquisition of Kozilek and then take it from our hand. you had another one.
Have to pay a lot of life for it, though.
It's fine. They don't mind.
Yeah, they don't mind.
It helps you either way.
It's their MO. Well, this is not looking good for the last game.
Nope.
This is the last game, people. The Azorius Merfolk. Hard to tell if Horizon Canopy did what I wanted it to do.
Is it an expensive card online?
Oh, it's very, very expensive. It's like $35 or something. It's not cheap. Everything is playing this. Everything. Boggles, elves, spirits, humans, counters company. Like basically any green or white base deck is playing Horizon Canopy. Because why not? Because why not? You get to exchange the land for a new card.
Yeah.
Like,
It
what
makes
if
me
we
mana.
could do that?
You know what? At turn 5, I don't need a mana anymore. Give me a card.
So I think I want to wait a turn to kill this thing because it looks like they're representing Stubborn Denial.
Why would you wait a turn? If they have a Stubborn Denial, they have a Stubborn Denial. What are you...
Because then I could, if I draw Deprive, then I can have Deprive mana backup. No, I don't have Deprive mana backup. So what we're going to do is Dismember, hope for the best.
Stubs.
Oh!
Oh, no stub.
All right.
Why wouldn't you draw a card? Oh, whatever. You just want to get your file online?
Yeah. I'll have time next turn. All right, that worked out pretty well. I guess they have another Gurmag Gangler. Well, there's Death Shadow, which we can kill with another Dismember if we draw it. We have 2 draws this turn. All right.
That'll kill it too.
Yeah, sure. No, that's no good. So I'll do it at their upkeep. I don't think this costs anything unless they have 2 Stubborn Denials. Then you got me. You got me. Actually, you know what?
If he has 2
I could
cast
wait.
one.
I could wait actually, because this Death Shadow does not represent a significant amount of damage.
It's a 1/1 right now?
Yeah. It would actually be better for me if my opponent decides to put their life total down to nothing.
And kill you.
And then try to kill me. There we go. Help me. There, come on. Come on, let's do the dirty work now. Cuz right now, oh no.
I have to.
Yeah. They saw through it. They've been there before. They put themselves down to 3. I pat that.
This is not his first rodeo.
Yeah.
It's the second.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
We are literally running the risk of not making it diffusion on time. This is game 3 anyways, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
We're running out the door. You know what would make things faster? If I didn't have to click this Ether Vial every single upkeep. And there's nothing I can do about that. I'll put, I gotta auto stop the Ether Vial next turn. Always no. Always resolves. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about. I could have left a land in my hand to discard to Kolaghan's Command if they wanted to. Oh, you know what? Kolaghan's Command didn't make a difference. I could just hardcast this Merfolk Trickster in that case. I would actually force my opponent to use a bad end of the Kolaghan's Command. Oh, this is not bad. This is not bad at all.
Get some pressure.
Get something going.
What if the 4 cards in their hand, though?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
What do you want?
I feel like waiting on this Flicker Wisp. I'm going to wait on this Flicker Wisp. I'm going to tick the Vial up to 3. And then we're going to Flicker whatever they remove. Because certainly they have more removal spells in hand. They might have more like Thoughtseize Inquisition effects. Grim Lavamancer. That is very hard to beat. I'm running out of Dismembers and Path to Exiles. And they have a full graveyard.
Very, very.
This is where Rest in Peace is going to come into play. Million cards in the graveyard. Well, if this goes over 5 more minutes, you should just go. And then pick up Andrew.
How are you going to get there?
The hard way. How long do you think it takes to get to Andrew's place?
Not much longer than it does to get to Fusion. I think you're dead.
No, if I draw 1 Rest in Peace, you have little faith in the Merfolk deck.
Fucking hot garb, man. You know I don't like Merfolk to begin with.
This is a person who has seen one too many Spreading Seasons in his life.
Yeah, I hate that card, man.
My favorite card.
What do you think, ban worthy?
I don't know.
It'd be the weirdest card to see on the ban
It's
list.
just it was a poorly designed card. It should not have made it through testing. It's just not a very fun card. It's like Stone Rain. Like no one likes it.
But hardly anyone plays it. Alright.
You got nothing, man. What are you gonna do?
I have to pass.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You're dead.
No, but like my opponent doesn't have that much pressure on me.
You start taking 4 damage a turn.
Let them! So the plan is hope to top deck Rest in Peace. When my life total gets to like 8, I'm going to have to make some desperation plays.
Deep in the pocket. You can't even flash in a Lord now to save you. To save that Lord.
Oh, but I can still flash in Flicker Wisp.
And then cast the second Lord?
Yep.
Alright.
But ideally I just like rip Rest in Peace. Slam it! Slam Rest in Peace onto the battlefield. Other ways we could top deck 2 Spreading Seasons, rip out the red sources.
That's your go-to win condition, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I can go Spreading Season to Spreading Season to Spreading Seas, we're back into this game.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it worked against Eldrazi and Taxes.
Yeah.
I said always no. I think my opponent just doesn't know how to use stops. So this can eat up some Grim Lavamancer damage. Not that big of a deal. Oh, that is useful. Maybe we can get something going here. Okay, let's play this Selfless Spirit. And then we can flicker the Selfless Spirit.
Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you flicker the silver gill?
This can guarantee that my board can stay alive. If I flicker the silver gill, or unless, okay, if they target the silver gill, I'll flicker the silver gill. Because this is only worth 2/3 of card. This is worth 3/3 of card. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't understand. Why is it only worth 2/3 of a card?
Because 1/3 of my deck is land. Whereas the Selfless Spirit is definitely
Taking a
a
card from his hand?
No, not from his hand, but like I'm keeping a card. And it's on the battlefield already. Again, they definitely did not see Flicker Wisp coming.
Oh, the Vial on 3, I bet you they did.
No, even in Blue-Eye Merfolk, how do you see... Oh no, do you know what? They might have seen Flicker
They've
Wisp.
seen it already.
Yeah.
Alright, this game is over. Thanks for coming out.
Oh my god. Please kill me.
No, it's not. I'm going to the bathroom.
Alright, go for the bathroom.
Do that? No, let's go to the bathroom.
Well, that is a turn of events. That's going to help a lot. I guess I should do this first. Oh, okay. Can definitely do this. There. Now your Snapcaster Mage means a lot less. Oh, do you know what? I should wait until they target something, because they can target Thought Scour now. Well, I have a clock in the air. It's pretty decent. So that's a mistake. Their hand must be full of good cards. Well, Selfless Spirit also protects my board. So even if you double damage, say, Kira, I can then sacrifice Selfless Spirit to like protect the Kira. Well, let's see how much mana they have to work with. Unfortunately, I have a lot of spirits in play. It's become Spirit Tribal all of a sudden.
What did I miss?
I got a Kira in play.
Oh, that's good. Jesus, I thought this game would be over. But...
You can't underestimate Merfolk. You can do
Yeah.
stupid things. No, we just need, again, Spreading Seas and to... Well, Spreading Seas doesn't really matter. We just need Lords. Lord, turn after turn after turn will help a lot. But anyway, so they, like, double attack Kira. I can then sacrifice Selfless Spirit. Oh, there goes the Water Grave. So I guess they found a way to... I guess they can Fatal Push. What is this going to do? Alright. Here comes Snapcaster Mage. Target, Fatal Push. Oh yeah, they have a bunch of 1-mana spells. Hence why they played the Watery Grave. Fatal Push.
Still going.
Countered. And now, I guess this is the best time to do this. And if they bolt the cure in response, I guess that's just the best I can do. All right. And now, if they have no more removal spells, we can play a Lord.
Maybe.
And then it'll be protected from the Grim Lavamancer, although they have an army.
Yeah, who cares about protecting your creature at this point, John? You're in big... Oh my god!
No, but they can kill the Grim Lavamancer.
I know.
This is where we really needed Kira back. Damn! It's almost in time. Okay, so you kill my Master of the Pearl Trident. Go on, man, am I dead?
Yes, you're very dead.
Okay, this thing's dead. Attack me for 6. Serum Visions. What else do I have in my deck? I don't think... No, Rest in Peace won't do it. I lose if I draw Rest in Peace. I think I'm dead here.
You're absolutely dead. I just texted Andrew to say that.
All right. Thank you very much. Concede game. Good game. So, well, that's the Azorius Merfolk list. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope Raymond Haig got to enjoy what his deck could do. It was very interesting, but I think it still needs a little bit more interaction against the attrition-based decks. Mm-hmm. Like a few more counterspells. I don't know about the Death Shadow.
You really just got ground out in every game.
Yeah, if the... Well, I would say that the Blue-White Merfolk deck... You know what? Maybe I'm wrong, because we still beat that Eldrazi Taxes deck.
Yeah.
We beat the Jund deck. We lost to Blue-White Control, or sorry, the Jeskai Control, or Sahili, whatever, Felidar Guardian combo, because we just flooded out in both games. And that one was close.
But even the Eldrazi one, you kind of cheesed to win. He was grinding you.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you win. You win by cheesing them. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. This has been Nikachu with Rodney Top A Thompson, playing Azorius Merfolk in Modern. Well, my brother.